Hello, folks, and hey, Bear. Welcome to the Nateland podcast. I'm Nate Bargatze, Brian Bates, Aaron Weber, Dusty Slay.
All right.
They're excited. Real quick, we have just Nateland presents DC Improv Sunday, January 26th. One show, 7 p.m. Julian, Derek Stroop, and Joe Zimmerman. They will be with me at the DC Improv that week, but they are going to stay Sunday and do a show. The Commanders play that night, so that's it. But I understand that.
It'll be over,
tough.
though.
Oh, it will be.
They're the early game.
Oh, great. So it'll be over. So go to that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Go to the game. They'll get the win.
Go celebrate.
Yeah.
Then go into
And that's a
Super Bowl.
really good show, those three
It's a good
guys.
show.
Yeah.
Dusty, our special being filmed February 28th at the Walker Theater in Chattanooga,
Wow.
Tennessee. Late show. It's getting, there's not much left.
It's getting there.
It's getting there. Go get the tickets to that. Be a part of that. That's going to be awesome.
So fun.
Next hour special.
So fun.
My book, Big Dumb Eyes, World Tour shows are being added. So make sure you go look at it. We've added a bunch of shows. You can also pre-order the book there. And other big news.
Oh, boy.
It's coming. Nateland presents Aaron Weber special.
Boom.
Signature Dish.
All right.
I guess that's the name we went with. No, I'm joking. It's a good name. It's a great name. We talked about the name last week, so I thought that was fun to make fun of it.
Look like Post Malone there.
Yeah. What is that?
Thanks.
What is that? Oh, that's just the
That was the
square.
cursor, yeah.
Oh. It premieres next Friday, January 31st on the Nateland YouTube channel. Very excited. What a great, that looks
That
awesome.
Looks awesome, man.
Very
Looks
good.
like a real thing.
Yeah.
It is a real thing.
I know, but until you see something like this, you're like, oh,
I know
man.
you always worry until it's but we shot it. It's announced. It's next Friday. You look good.
Hey, man. Thank
You
you.
got- Did Eric do you up right or no?
Oh, Eric got me
Eric
upright.
got you
Christy
cleaned
Johnson got me those clothes. I mean, I never looked better.
Never. Yeah.
She hooks it up.
Mhm.
You know, that's the shirt. She gave me the shirt I wore on the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
Christy
Oh,
Johnson
man.
hooks
The
it
whole
up.
thing,
Alright.
man. Signature. It really does look great.
It looks great.
Like the cursive of the name of the special.
The two different
your
fonts of
name.
the A. It looks
Yeah.
good.
The
That
watch,
looks awesome.
you can see the watch is expensive, but yet you can't quite tell what it is.
Yeah.
Just underneath.
The A
Talk
and
about
the
the
R
watch.
have smashed that other
Yeah.
A.
That's a $30 Casio watch, but yeah.
But people don't know. They don't know because he hides it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just appreciate you believing what we're doing here with Nateland.
Yeah.
Nate and Dusty, they take their specials to Netflix, but you said, no, I believe in what we're doing here at
That's what we
Nateland.
like.
I turned
Yeah.
Netflix down,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we like.
Thank you, Aaron.
Yeah.
of course.
We're
man.
building Aaron.
It's
We're-
big.
We got the exclusive on Aaron. And you basically got to come through me. I will murder Aaron if he goes to anybody else. Basically, that's how it goes with Aaron.
Yeah.
I will be furious if he. So you come through us. We're go to Netflix. We're going to go to all that stuff. But you're going to come through us through the Nateland.
Yeah.
No,
I'm happy to,
We want
man.
Aaron to do whatever he wants to do, but it will be. We will put a pretty big stop to it if I'm not. I'm just laying claim on Aaron. That just I'll be pretty upset.
YouTube's a hot spot, though. It is a
It's great.
It is a hot spot.
YouTube is. We can do this with Nateland, where we are going to build this up into this stuff being on the way the old system was, where we did. We have the showcase. We got Aaron special, and then we're gonna have Vecchiones, and we have all that kind of stuff, and then so we're gonna continue to be in that world, and so yeah, it's it's awesome.
It's
It looks
exciting,
awesome.
dude.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, January 31st. You already got a new hour, Aaron.
I'm working on it, man. I'm trying, dude.
It comes
Well,
out
you got
next week.
11 days.
Yeah.
It's a half-hour special.
That's good.
That helps a lot.
So you have a half.
Yeah, I got a half.
Do you have 30 new?
Oh yeah. Since I record, yeah, I do.
So you're good.
So they'll be able to come and see a show with none of these jokes on it.
Mm-hmm.
But you might some
They
greatest
could.
hits.
Yeah.
He could. He might throw in a greatest hit.
I mean, I'll feel it out. Have y'all seen the special? And then they go,
Yeah.
no. And then I go, all right. Thank,
yeah.
Thank
Good.
God.
Yeah.
No,
All
I'm
right.
kidding.
Well, then tonight y'all can watch a full hour of my comedy.
You're about to see it.
Yeah. You're about to see it.
And then no need to watch the special after.
Yeah.
No, please don't.
Yeah. That's very, very fun. It's exciting. I love that it's all coming together.
It's all coming together.
I don't know. This week I was talking. Are we talking about this?
Yeah, we can.
Oh,
you got the hat on.
I got the DCA hat on. With my high school gym, the court has got my name on it, and the gym will be named after us. And they're building a new facility. I loved my high school, Donaldson Christian Academy. It's a very blue collar kind of private school, and it's just good people, and I've always been around those people. I did get cut every year from their basketball team, so I'll be honestly not, but they can't cut me now.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate. I'm on the team.
Yeah. I got a jersey. I finally got a jersey.
Yeah.
It's really a story about revenge.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
Well, I don't like to think of it as a revenge story.
It came off.
It does come off. I
No,
can see how it comes
no, it
off.
doesn't.
Yeah.
It's your Michael Jordan story. I was cut from this.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I want to tell that's the kids.
Yeah.
You're not going to get everything you want, but you can eventually.
Oh, it's on the court like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Dude.
That's what I'm talking about. You really took over that court.
Yes.
What'd you think it was? Like a newspaper article?
I don't know. A plaque. That's what I'm talking about.
I would like to say I do let things go. And I know this doesn't look like that, but
it's everywhere.
The building's going to be called Bargatze. Nateland's going to be in there.
Yeah.
In the new facility, we have Nateland will be on the field. We will, Nateland is we're a part of it. We're proud. We're going to really DCA. Look, I love DCA, and I'm still close to most of I'm still close to all the friends there. And a lot of them came, which was very nice for that night. I knew we were doing something, and that we had like a little gathering afterwards, and Derek Mason came.
Yeah, that's
Vandy.
awesome.
That was so nice, man. Because when he first came to Vanderbilt, to Coach Vanderbilt, I got to know him then, and that was kind of like I was kind of starting to do stuff, but he was just always very nice to me. Mm-hmm. And I did some shows for him, his team, and so that was actually very, very. That was Jody Jones is my dentist. Also, I've known his family forever. Mm-hmm. We grew up with his family, but that was like a very nice. It meant more to me than I probably would have realized.
Yeah.
Just because it's like for the fact that he came out. Was very, very nice. And he's at MTSU now. And so, yeah, it was very cool to get to be a part of that. And, yeah.
That's awesome, man. What a cool full circle moment.
Yeah. Yeah. It really was. And they were nice. The kids, they were chanting. Like, it was really cool.
Yeah, they were chanting, Nate. And I kind of saw your, like, off the distance.
I'm telling them, I'm going, come on.
A little louder, a little louder.
I walked in first, and they booed, and I go, this is the opposite energy we need, guys. I need you to chant Nate.
Then they passed you a ball. You took a shot.
Yeah. They still won't let me play there.
But,
yeah, and they go, that's why he was cut. Yeah. That's why he was cut.
The funniest part of that you getting cut is that your dad was the coach.
Yeah.
My freshman year, he was the assistant coach. He wasn't the head
even
coach,
I
but he was
can't
the
work
assistant
magic
coach.
on
Yes. He got the ball started. It was the head coach and the assistant coach. Then they got a new head coach for the last 3 years, and I just never really stood a chance. And when I look back, I can see you got to be obsessed. I don't think I was obsessed, even though I loved basketball. It's like, you're just being goofy. And,
you should name the toilets after the former coach who cut you every year.
Oh, yeah.
Pay to do that.
Just be real spiteful.
Yeah.
Yeah, to really go. He cut me in golf, too. I was cut in every sport. Mm-hmm. I ran track my senior year. That was the only thing that they allowed me to do. I did play basketball at Tulip Grove Baptist Church, though. On carpet. We did pretty good. Ours was actually, it was hardwood, but I played carpet when I practiced on
I played carpet basketball at a church one time.
Yeah. It's nice.
My dad actually told me not to try out for basketball. So
really?
If that makes you feel better.
Why?
He said, "Don't worry about
Do you want me to put your name? You want your name on there
Yeah,
too, bud?
yeah.
Same
Because,
reason as
where do
soccer.
you tell me where you want your name, and
it."
I'll
Yeah.
go.
All right, I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Tell me the name of
Yeah.
your high school. Nate will buy it real quick.
yeah. Buy it with Dutchy Slay. Shove it to your dad.
Yeah,
Go.
this wasn't even about my high school though. My dad was just like, "You ain't gonna get it."
In general.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's good though. You got to manage your kids' expectations.
I mean,
Yeah.
he was right
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. He also tells you not to read.
Yeah.
You know? So he got to
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most resolutions are hard to maintain, but AG1 is one of the easiest things you can do for your health. That is true. You can make this the one habit you will actually stick with. I've already given up on most of my New Year's resolutions, but I'm still doing AG1. My goal for the new year is to take better care of myself and do it. And do that, I just keep using my AG1.
Mhm.
I've been drinking it daily for over a year now. AG1 is what helps you be ready to take on what 2025 has in store for you. That's why we're sponsored by AG1. I can feel the difference. It supports my energy, digestive regularity, immune support, and even a healthy mood. It's so easy with just one scoop in the morning. You can put it in a smoothie or even just some water and drink that. I love the taste of it. And if I miss one, I just feel off.
Uh-huh.
And you guys know,
Oh yeah.
I'd hate to see your mood if you didn't take AG1.
yeah,
Me too.
that's
If
why.
this is the good mood, Brian.
Well, you're right, Aaron. That's why I travel with travel packs with me wherever I'm on the road. So this year, try AG1 for yourself. It's the perfect time to start a new healthy habit. That's why we've partnered with AG1 for so long. And AG1 is offering new subscribers a free $76 gift when you sign up. You'll get a welcome, not $76 gift
Mhm.
when you sign up.
Every dollar counts.
You'll get a welcome kit, a bottle of D3K2, and 5 free travel packs. So you'll make sure to check out drinkag1.com/Nate to get this offer. That's drinkag1.com/Nate to start your new year on a healthier note.
So I was another one that we talked about this weekend. So Eric, everybody knows my barber trainer. I was like, all right, this is the year, right? Every year's the year that I'm gonna get in shape.
Mm-hmm.
This is the year. If I start making movies, if I start getting into this thing, I gotta look the part. And I've realized if I want to be Nateland to be as big as it is, I need to be able to get as big as I can be to then be able to do this kind of stuff.
Okay.
This is what my belief. I have to have control over this food. I can't do this stuff. And so we did a body scan. I'm going to, and I'm going to tell you my body fat percentage. I don't want to. It's embarrassing. But it's so I was talking to Eric about it. And like, if you heard that 75 hard,
Yes, I have. Yeah.
So 75 hard is 75 straight days. You got to work out twice a day, 45 minutes outside, 45 minutes inside. And one has to be outside. You got to read 10 pages of a book. You got to do a diet plan that you have. And
Water too, isn't that part of it?
yeah, you got to drink a gallon of water a day. So I've looked at it, say if 75 hard is going to be, it's going to be hard for me to always work out 2 times a day because with my schedule. But I want to do a version of this. So I was making a bet with Eric. And so my body percentage fat was 36%, which
That's what I would have guessed.
would you have? If you look at, so we put on the mail, if you look at these, 40 is bananas. Like 35 to 40.
40 looks good. He's got some stuff going on.
40 is like, look, you're telling me I'm worse than 35? I mean, like I'm a percentage above 35.
Dude, a lot happens in that 35 to 40.
35 to
apparently.
40, dude, is nuts.
If
I mean,
you'd
you're
have told us
40%. I mean, I think you look at, like, it's crazy. Look at the other one.
Yeah.
Look at there's another one that even looks worse. Look at 40. How come 30 looks worse than 35? How come?
Yeah, that didn't make sense.
That doesn't make sense. If you're by
gotta
this
suck it
thing,
in.
you're like, well, I'd prefer to be 35 at least so I can be normal. And you look like a wreck. If you put a shirt on a guy that's at 30, that 30% is what I feel like I look like.
Look underneath the chest of that 35 though. It looks like he just straightened up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's some li- yeah.
exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He's been sitting down for hours.
yeah.
He
He's got
stood
chain.
He stood taller. Again,
Yeah.
40. This 40 looks better than the other 40.
Yeah,
Yes.
40.
Yeah.
The other 40 looks You know, the other 40, that's like heavyweight where you go, you can just weigh whatever you want to weigh, and we're just going to put you in this thing.
Are you trying to get down to here, Nate? This 3 to 4% looks terrifying.
So I said, I bet him in 2 months I can get down to 3 to 4%. No, I'm going to be. I'm going to have 24 injections a day. No. So the bet was with him, if I'm at 36, if I can get to 20%.
Yeah.
So 20%, because we're going to do weight, but weight could be if I started working out and if I started really, you know, I'm not trying to be jacked.
Mhm.
Like I'm just trying to, it's like I need to look and feel good and be a confident person. I've lived like this long enough. I'm exhausted of living like this. So if I can get to 20%, the bet was then Eric has to eat 36 donuts in 24 hours.
Wow.
So
Ruin his life.
Yeah.
we're good. The idea, Eric is probably 15. He's in probably 14% is what his body fat is. So if we can get Eric up to 35%, it's the opposite. It's a bet that's the opposite.
It might take more than a day to do that, but that's a good start.
Well, it was at first we told him, we're like, you got to, if I can get down to this, you got to eat 50 donuts in a week is what we told him. And it really made Eric did not want to do
Just
this.
the idea of that would make him upset.
Yeah.
It would make
50
him
in a
sick.
week is, it's like, 7 a day. It's a pretty good week.
I think 36 we said in a week. So it's 5 a day. He has to eat 5 a day. And, you know,
What
the
kind
bet,
of donut? Like a Krispy Kreme?
Yeah.
And so he does not want to do this at all. And that's kind of what makes it fun.
Yeah.
Because it was like, if we're going to bet money, it's like, I mean, that's not as fun.
Yeah.
I like betting something that I'm going to get to laugh at him
Mm-hmm.
feeling sick from eating all of these donuts.
From living how you've been living.
From living how I've been living. It doesn't, it's really actually kind of mean.
What if it
but
really
it's
wrecks
very-
his whole thing, and now from then on he's
the
eating 5
opposite.
donuts
I
the
become
way.
his trainer. The
Yeah.
student becomes the teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then roles flip.
Yeah.
So that's the ultimate goal.
You're cutting
is
his hair.
I'm cutting his hair. He
Eric's
does
going on
He's
stage.
on stage, and I have taken over Eric's existence, and now Eric is me. So I would say if you want, but we could throw in. What if y'all want to be involved in this at all?
I think 25 looks really good.
25 looks good. It's a strong guy. It's a strong man right there.
Yeah.
30 looks like he's a nice guy.
Yeah, 30s
nice.
like his 30s like he takes his shirt off at the pool for sure.
100%.
But it's like he just got fat. 30% just got fat.
Right.
He used to be pretty awesome, and now he's probably 30.
Yeah, former
and
athlete. Now he's kind of.
now he's like that.
40%, this has been his whole life.
40. But I mean, this is what he does. He has
Yeah.
He's never not worn a belt.
Also
He's
takes
had-
his shirt off at the pool, though. He doesn't care.
He's had a belt. He's had a belt his whole life. The new trend of not wearing belts. He's not even having a conversation with. You can't even. He's like, "Are you out of your mind?" He goes, He goes, "We got to have a belt." And then maybe he's done suspenders.
He will be.
Something's
if he
going to be
hasn't.
holding that up.
Yeah.
But
He's
yeah, I
got
mean,
shoulder problems from the suspender.
Yeah. But he's a belt all day long. I mean, because you look up there to the 10%. I mean, you don't need a belt.
No.
30%. You know, I always have a belt. I don't like no belt. I like, you know, but so basically, I got to get down to 20%, and
By when?
it's
No time set.
6. I mean, we were
The
saying
next
maybe
special.
6 months. Maybe 6 months. So I got to go pretty hard. There has to be some version. So what I was going to say, if you take the donuts up to 50 donuts, y'all are allowed to take donuts off Eric's plate. So you can
You want me involved in this?
you can come take donuts off.
Okay.
Ideally, I would say we do.
He could wipe out Eric's debt in one fell
Yeah.
swoop.
Yeah, you go 100. Ideally, you say we go 100 donuts.
Okay.
But we're allowed to anybody else can come take donuts off Eric's plate.
Okay.
And we can extend it to the Nateland world. The Nateland. I mean, I'm not saying like anybody like listener. Like I don't know when we're gonna do this
Not
or what
homeless
we're doing.
people and stuff.
Yeah, but you can go to Abigail, like our buddy Michael's the Sarcom is here. It's like we're going Adrian, Felix, like all the Nateland team, all the comics on the Nateland. Everybody can come help Eric out to get rid of these 100 donut problem.
Yeah, I love that.
That's fun, right?
Yeah, it's very fun.
And so, because Eric can't, he's going to die. He was like, he goes, it's my life expectancy. He started bringing that up. And you're
Life
like, Eric,
expectancy.
you're not fun. And then, because of Julie and McCall, we were all yesterday, I was shooting something that's going to be very pretty cool. I can't talk about it yet, but it will be soon. You're going to see it. But it was in between. This is all we talked about. And, he's like, let's just do it. Eric's like, let's do it some other way. And we were like, Eric, but it's how sad you are that you have to eat these donuts is what fuels me.
Yeah.
To go that you're that. He's like, I can't do this.
See, this bet wouldn't be fun with me.
Hey,
Exactly.
guys, what am I gonna do? Like, hey, add 4 to your day. It's like that's getting
10
nowhere.
off.
Yeah. yeah. You got to subtract. Yeah, I was like, I mean, we're all like 5 donuts a day. You're like, yeah, dude, this is nothing for me. This is what I do.
Yeah, but what's the challenge?
What's the challenge?
What's the catch?
So the fun
You're
part,
buying these donuts for me?
yeah, the fun part is to make Eric. Eric was like, he goes, people are going to be mad at you because you're trying to make someone to eat. And I was like, I don't think they will, Eric.
No.
I go, the fun part is making you eat. Now, I think the other fun part will be Eric has to convince you guys. I mean, look, y'all could all go 25 each with Eric and you're at 100 donuts and you'd be done.
But can I like reach out and say, hey, Eric, I ate 3 today on your behalf?
When we do it, I'll film it. I think I have 100 donuts here.
I think we got to do it. We got to do it here.
It's got to be in the day. And so Eric's got to reach out to everybody, and everybody's got to come help Eric out. Because Eric's going to be.
Well, what if you don't win?
So that I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. I don't know what happens if I don't win. Because it's do I have to eat 100 donuts?
It's a win-win.
Yeah. If I don't win, I'm in the donut. I'm eating donuts.
Yeah.
I haven't got out of it. If I don't win, Nateland will crumble.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the other side of it.
Maybe there should be a certain place that you get to where it's like, all right, he's not punished, but you're not. Like it was like you made enough progress.
Yes.
To where he doesn't have to do a punishment. But
I would say 6 months for if I'm at 36% body fat and I got to be at 20% in 6 months. Is that possible? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to go to the one person that's in shape that would know the answer to this.
Is that possible?
I go, just pointless to talk to anybody else. All right. So if I can get to 20% from 36%, if whatever number I'm at, so if I'm at 36 now, and so say I end up in 6 months, I'm at 24%, right? So that's 12. That means I've lost 12%. Mm-hmm. It's out of 100. It's like, do you take 12? You just take the donuts off. I mean, it's like, I don't know about it's so 36 and 20. So I got to lose 20. I got to lose 16% body fat.
16%.
So we could say, it's each. What is 16? What is each one equal to be 100? Mm-hmm. So like 10 would be 160 donuts. If 1% equals 10 donuts, that's not a good number.
6.25.
6.25. So we're saying each percentage equals
6 1/4 donuts.
6 1/4 donuts.
Yeah.
6. Should we say just 6? Are we gonna be really doing the quarter stuff? Are you gonna keep up with that?
It's a donut hole.
That's a yeah. You're gonna keep up with the quarter stuff.
I guess so.
Yeah. Well, you have to. You're Notre. You went to college. They weren't even doing fractions when Bates went. So I don't think they got to it yet, right?
No.
I don't know if cursive was even started. So
no, that's all we did.
Oh yeah,
with a quill
pen.
Yeah,
we're trying to get print.
We're trying to get print. Me and Dusty did not go, so we obviously only do big numbers. We don't understand.
I wouldn't even know how to put that in the calculator.
I wouldn't have even known what to do either.
I still don't know what this means.
Yeah.
So y'all, so
Even
say
this question you're trying to figure out, I'm like, I don't know.
so 6 donut equals 1%. So whatever. So if I get to the 16%, that's 100 donuts.
Yeah. I'll be 96.
Yeah. So if I get to 10%, that would be 60 donuts. Right?
Yeah.
So we'll do it that way.
Okay.
And yeah,
If you get
Eric
less
was
than
not
20
thrilled about this, and I told him he will find out about it when he listens to the podcast. So this is Eric finding out about it.
Yeah.
Eric will get very sick. There's a little chance Eric is allergic to dairy. Or it's not a little chance, he is. But we looked up Krispy Kreme donuts do not have dairy in them. That's what they said on the internet.
But I imagine if you are dairy intolerant, a Krispy Kreme donut's still going to mess you up a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
He
Probably
might
no real
die,
food in a Krispy
but
Kreme.
yeah, he could, huh?
There's probably no real food
Well,
at
That's
all.
real sugar.
Look and see.
Yeah.
Look up and see. Is there dairy in a Krispy Kreme donut? We can get.
It's probably all plastic.
But I think we can get.
Yes, most Krispy Kreme donuts contain dairy. They contain dairy products like milk, butter, yogurt.
Yes.
And,
But does a glazed Krispy Kreme donut? Does it have dairy in it? Dairy free?
Yeah.
I believe so. Are they? It's kosher.
They are kosher. That's good to know.
Yeah.
I think they all
Good
have
to know
dairy
there's
in
no
them, man.
pork in there.
Whites and yolks.
Because it's
dairy.
all made from
That's
eggs.
you can have one.
It's all made from eggs, and then they have used milk and butter in it too. So I think it's going to be tough to.
So we
Those seem
might.
pretty
There's
essential.
a chance
to the
we'll
donut.
kill Eric. Well, that's really on you guys. For taking
We got to
donuts.
step it up a little more.
That's not Eric's problem. That's y'all's problem. I think we can find enough people that will come take donuts off the plate. If we do find out that Eric will die from this, we will find him.
I think it says a lot that he's taken this challenge, knowing it may kill him. I think he thinks you can't do
Well,
it.
there's
that's
look,
for sure.
a big part of it.
Yeah.
He has not really agreed to this.
Okay.
So that's the other side.
yeah.
I mean, he definitely was not completely agreeing to it yesterday, but it was how nervous he was is what made it fun. I mean, should we do? He can't eat meat either. He got bit by a tick,
Dang.
and so I suggested
Lyme-
go get
Lyme
bit by
disease.
another tick, reverse it,
Yeah.
do this challenge,
It's a superhero.
bring another tick back, go back to
You
your
could probably do some kind of Lyme disease detox, I think.
yeah. What food could be the donuts? What food could be?
Hot dogs.
I don't know if he can eat hot dogs.
Oh, you want meat free and dairy free?
Hot dog
Yeah,
would
I don't
be
know if
so
he can-
much worse.
Yeah, hot dogs would be.
I like a hot dog once
Hot
in a
dogs.
while.
I think you're gonna have trouble finding people to take hot dogs off your plate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Donuts. I think you can. I think he could get through. Look, if he's a good enough talker, maybe he can not eat any donuts. Everybody helps him out.
He's also the one training you, right? So you can just do a bad job at that.
Yes.
and he
That's
can
true.
also,
then when I
encourage
lose
you
this-
to eat the donuts.
Yeah.
That's the fun part of this because
He can
if
work
I
that
do
into training.
if I'm able to do this, I will then let him go because I will no longer need him.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
He's like,
I will never do that.
he started adding it to
It's,
the
You
still
meal
cut your
plan.
hair.
Yeah.
He's like, I found out this is a superfood.
And then I go, but I don't even need to have my beard done in a special way because my face looks so good
It's
now.
going to be
Eric.
so chiseled. Yeah.
I go, I'm actually shaving on my own. No, Eric will always. Do we say we do donuts?
I say we do. Yeah. And if you
Yeah.
have any other questions about the product, you can call 1-800-4-CRISPY
Mm.
and they'll answer all the questions.
I
you
wonder how
have.
many calls they get. 1-800-4-CRISPY. Hey, I'm wondering if
A lot of crank calls, probably.
Should we call them right now?
Eric, if you're listening and worried, I'd just say we've had numerous weight loss challenges we've announced on this podcast that we've never brought up again. So
This one's the real deal, dude.
Yeah. This
I'm
is
coming
the year.
in hard.
This is the year.
I look forward to this. I look forward to seeing who we can get to come take donuts off his. How many donuts you think you take off his plate?
we'll be our anchor.
Yeah.
take
Dusty,
a-
would you take some?
I'll
off?
do one because I like him.
Oh
You would only want.
One.
He doesn't eat
You don't like
donuts,
them. That's right.
Yeah.
You know what? I had a couple of donuts the other day, and I feel like it wrecked my whole weekend.
That's the point of this challenge.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Like it
well,
sent me on a
Dusty,
spiral.
that's not good for Eric.
yeah, I
Because
know.
Eric
I know.
Dusty's got one.
I'll
I
take
felt
it.
so
Would
good.
your
at
kids?
The,
Would you let your kids?
maybe
take some
I
off
felt
the-
so good at the airport that I
Yeah.
was like, you know what? I'm gonna get a couple of these
Yeah, that's what
donuts.
happens.
I'll let
And it
Harper.
wrecked
I'll
my
let Harper and
weekend.
her friends come. They can take some off.
Mhm.
How many people can we get?
I'll get a dozen for him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
I'll
nice.
put in some
Yeah,
work.
he's gonna be fine.
You've done 8,
hmm
so you can do 8.
Yeah,
You're commit to 8.
sure.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. So we're having enough people.
Yeah.
So right now we're looking at it.
Just don't make it too
We got
easy on
12, 20, 21 donuts already taken off the plate.
Yeah, that's easy.
21 donuts are taken off the plate. He's already down to 79 donuts. It's almost not even a fun bet.
I mean, I
anymore.
feel like Greg Warren would crush a bunch of donuts.
Greg
Oh,
will. Yeah, we'll
yeah.
get Greg down here. Greg will.
He's a consumer.
We'll
Yes,
go.
he is.
Yeah. You know what we could do if we get to this, maybe we'll have a fun, we'll do a show and make everybody we'll just do a show at the lab and we all just do pop in sets and we start
if
the
you wanna
day.
do a set, you have to eat a donut.
If you want to do yeah.
That's fun.
But we could have Greg, we'll have everybody come down. We're doing a Nateland show so people can come to the show and then we'll park Eric in the lab thing and he'll have to eat these donuts.
You
And then
pay
you know
for
what? If people come to the show, they can also help Eric out too.
Buy a ticket or eat 5 donuts.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. And Eric has to talk you into
Yeah.
eating this donut.
Yeah.
Mhm. Why you cut your hair?
It's like bring
Yeah.
a canned food, but instead it's eat
It's the
donut.
eat donuts.
Yeah, it's the opposite of a canned food truck.
Yeah. It's the opposite of charity.
Yeah.
There is no charity.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
In fact, charities have to buy the
Yeah.
donuts.
yeah. Yeah. But if you come down, yeah, that would be good. If you come down and take some donut, you have to take at least 5 donuts off Eric's plate,
Mhm.
and that's a ticket. Or you can just buy the ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah, ticket costs $7,000. That's Eric changed it because the ticket's $10,000. Or you can take 5 donuts, and they're like, "Well, there's no reason I would pay that."
You have to eat the donuts on stage. That
No,
should be part of
I
the
would
show.
think no. If we're having it all before. The show will just be a fun celebration.
I got to know they're eating it though.
Well, I think we will. They'll be out in the
Yeah.
they'll be out in the lobby.
No throwing it away.
No, they have to eat
I
it.
got to see you eat it.
I mean, we're like we're film it. We're have a whole big fun. It'll be a nice celebration. The date. So, what would be a good date? July? Is that like? You think that's too? What's like a? You got to give me some.
3 months.
3 months? Not 3 months. No,
4 months?
4 to 6.
4 to 6.
4 to 6. Give me 6 months. You need a little wiggle room because I'm probably going to get a donut
And
today.
the thing about
It's not fair that we just
The
talked about
thing
this.
about 6 months too is it gives you time to start feeling really good and
Mhm.
relapse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So 6 months. What if I do? Yeah, the date is
Oh, the ingredients list is really
so what is it? January? What is January something? 16 or something right now?
Mhm. January
Uh,
20th.
no reason why that
Yeah,
many things should be in there.
February, March, April, May, June,
Cellulo-
July.
Cellulose gum.
July 6 months.
Harper's
Malto-
birthday.
Harper's
Dextrin?
birthday, July 8th. What about by Harper's birthday, July 8th?
Okay. That's perfect.
Sorbitan mono.
And if I'm under
stearate,
20%, we add 100 donuts for every percent I'm under 20.
Mhm.
No, all right.
tocopherols,
Yeah.
And if you don't,
disodium
Do it.
phosphate.
If I
Yeah.
don't do it,
just take on different movie roles.
yeah. If I don't do it, I'll be.
Instead of a leading man, just be the
I
fun
won't
neighbor.
be able to be a leading man.
Yeah.
I love.
Yeah, I don't. I
riboflavin.
guess there has to be. Yeah, I don't know if there's something for me. I think my punishment is this won't happen, and that would make me sad
Mhm. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good.
because I think it will
Because you
be.
want it to happen.
I really want all of y'all have to eat all
Yeah.
these donuts off Eric's plate,
used to control
Good.
corrosion and scale inhibition.
and Eric's really having to be on the line. He does not. I promise you, he does not want to do this.
It's using
Put a picture of
detergents
Eric
and
up
other
on your
cleaning
mirror
products.
every day.
Yeah,
With the donut.
yeah, with the donut.
Mhm.
He's not happy. So, all right, 100 donuts. How many seats are here? 100 seats?
It's about 100.
100 people?
95.
All right.
yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, everybody's, I mean, we could
We could do this
You could get
easily.
it where, and if Eric can get it where he's not even having to eat
That's the
any
goal
donuts
for him.
That's the goal for him, and that's fine.
And if you advertise that it has disodium phosphate in it, you could tell them that that ingredient is used for fireproofing material. So your
that's
stomach will be fireproof after.
Yeah.
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 The FDA says it's generally recognized as safe.
Okay.
That's nice.
That's good.
So it's all good.
Yeah.
But whatever they're doing,
Mhm.
they're doing a great job. They're
Well,
so
it's-
good.
yeah. I mean, you could do like donuts, like McDonald's burgers or something, but that's not, donuts are the
Donuts
best.
were
Right?
Donuts are
Yeah.
who we
Yeah.
are as a podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. We are donuts.
We are.
I do like a burger competition.
That's how we
though.
started.
Yeah.
Burgers just getting too many ingredients and stuff.
Oh.
Just stick with the donut.
Oh,
We're not
you
burger
mean-
people, dude. Come on.
Okay.
Don't be ridiculous.
What if we did like two,
Hard
like,
boiled eggs.
if it was like,
Cool Hand Luke.
if it was, if we did it here and you got, an hour. And so now the crowd's got to be here. So that whoever got the tickets and you got to do an hour, you have to eat 100 in an hour
Mhm.
as a group.
Yeah. That's great.
Now you have to stand on stage with your shirt off so we can measure you.
Yeah. To show you the 20%.
Yeah.
I went in that body scan. It's like they just scan your body, and I'm gonna write some jokes on it, so I don't want to give too much away. But I mean, it's like, yeah, it wasn't. I'm not even on the charts of like fat. Like they're like I'm not even on the bad shape chart.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were like they didn't. My number's not even. She's like, well, are you looking at the age? I go, it's not on in. If I was 100, I'm not in the where I should be for what you think obese is. Like it goes, I'm not even. It doesn't matter my age. It's not. Yeah, it's a pretty tough one to do.
Where do you go to do that?
I forget what it was called. DEXA scan is what you're doing, and then I forget. It was like off Harding Road or something.
Okay.
But it was. I mean, it's kind of cool. Like
I
you
wanna
go
do
through it, yeah, and it just shows you, everything. Your bone. I have good bones. I have good bones.
All that dairy.
You got big. They go, your bones are big. I go, golly.
It's a big bone boy.
It's a big bone. So, all right. So that's where I was at.
That's good.
That's pretty fun.
That is fun.
That is fun.
Okay. Packing for a trip this holiday season?
Yes.
Tired of wasting time trying to figure out how to best pack for your travels?
Oh, yeah.
We recently discovered Unbound Merino, a travel clothing company made by travelers for travelers. Unbound Merino was created by 3 lifelong friends who are looking to solve the age-old problem of how to pack light, but also look great while jet-setting. Unbound offers timeless, versatile clothing that will have you looking great in any situation. Their clothing is made out of merino wool, which is a temperate regulating, moisture wicking, and most importantly, super comfortable.
Yes.
Unbound makes it simple to pack for short or long trips, since their clothes can be worn for weeks on end without needing to wash.
Whoa.
That is exactly the kind of clothing I'm looking for. I mean, I can't tell. I get so tired of wasting time washing clothes. With Unbound's versatile prices, you can go from plane to plane to outdoor adventures to that swanky dinner without the headaches of overpacking or needing to change outfits for every leg of the journey. Because I don't wash my clothes anyway, so it's nice to have one that you don't have to do.
Right.
Unbound's clothing allows travelers to pack lighter, save on checked baggage fees, and spend more time focusing on creating travel memories. I do wash them sometimes. Head over to their website, unboundmerino.com, where customers can use our code NATE for 10% off their order.
Boom.
Saw a video you posted on the UFC fight, and you just and you just see Mel Gibson stand up for a second. I'm like,
Yeah.
was that Mel Gibson?
Yeah, just Kevin Costner was behind him, next to him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I went to the UFC fight Saturday. And it's the first time I got to go where I was on the front row. I just sat next to Mel Gibson. So it was like Julian went with me, and then Mel Gibson, Mel Gibson's buddy, Adam Carolla, Kevin Costner, Bill Simmons.
Wow.
And like, so we're all just on the front row. And I talked to Mel the whole fight. Pretty awesome
Mel.
Dude.
Talk to Mel.
Yeah.
Finally met a cool Catholic.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, he was cool, man. He was it was like, just fun. You're like talking about we didn't talk about like Hollywood or anything like that. We just talking like dudes, like talk about the fight.
Yeah.
But it was awesome. I mean, I'm a fan of the UFC, so it worked out. And that new dome, that Inuit dome where the Clippers play is
awesome.
Awesome. It is awesome. It's the new level of where domes are going to go. The screen and stuff, but the fights were good. And
Nate's going to be in Passion of the Christ too.
Yeah, I think I was. Yeah.
Just wanted to-
I'm playing Joseph.
Yeah.
You got to learn Aramaic to do it.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough.
I go, someone go in the movie a little bit. They go, not that, you're Joseph, so you'll be
out pretty quick.
Yeah, you're out pretty. He goes, we have you pop in, but it's a cameo more.
Yeah.
But it'll be right there for the main part of the movie. So that's cool. So that's where I was at.
That's awesome. I was home. I could have been working. Wasn't. It was our 5-year wedding anniversary. So,
all right. Congrats.
So
that's great.
Yeah. So yeah. All right.
I love how we did this whole long diet thing, and you go, yeah. So that's where I was at.
Yeah. Well, I was excited to talk about it.
Yeah.
And so I was at a place where I was talking about this diet. So that's why.
Yeah.
I could have asked y'all before where you were at.
Mm-hmm.
And being at UFC, seeing people in really good shape will make you go, I want to get in shape.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, these guys are all are all in shape.
But even in movies, you watch like Meet the Parents.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ben Stiller's a goofy kind of dork.
Yeah.
That's part of the plot, right?
Yeah.
He's this like dorky male nurse. And then they're playing volleyball in the pool. He takes his shirt off and he's ripped.
He's ripped. Steve Carell
Yep.
is in very good shape on The Office.
Yeah.
You don't want it to be comedy's like that interesting thing where you don't want to be like too in shape or something. I'm not trying to get, I mean, I just what I want to do. I can't live like this.
There's nothing funny about a physically fit man. That's a line from funny people.
Oh,
no one wants to see Lance Armstrong do comedy.
Yeah. I don't plan on. I just don't want to walk around looking like a problem.
36%.
36% is. They don't even know what to tell me. I mean, you're when you get like that, they're like, just walk for 10 minutes a day. Like that's the advice they give you. That's how big you are. Is they just go like, do a 10-minute walk.
Try to get the blood flowing a
They
bit.
go something.
Take some off those joints.
Yeah.
Do you get out of bed?
Yeah. Here are some aerobics you can do sitting down.
Yeah. Just a lot of, I'm gonna be in a pool with old women.
Yeah. Water aerobics.
Yeah.
Dustin, did you do the Tonight Show last week?
I did last week.
Oh,
I
yeah.
did the
Killed
Tonight
it.
Show at a hot set. Super fun.
It was a good set.
I did the Comedy Cellar too the night before. The last time I did the Comedy Cellar, I did not feel good about it, and I was not pumped about it.
Wait, it was before the Tonight Show last time?
Just as a prep. I always do it as a prep for the Tonight Show. And the last time, I mean, it went fine. I won them back by the end, but it was the first half was not very good. And then this time, it was super hot.
Oh, that's great.
Like so hot, I was like, I could just go home now. I don't even need to do the Tonight Show. This
Did you
feels
go to the
good.
Cellar or the Village Underground?
I
or
did both.
Yeah.
Did the Cellar first, then the Village Underground. Saw Derek Stroop. He was there doing some sets. Saw Ryan Hamilton there. He was doing some sets. And, but yeah, Tonight Show was great. It was a hot set. Feel good. Number 5.
5, dude.
awesome.
5
That's
Timers
crazy.
Club.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Wow.
Yeah. I think they said Nate's done it 15 times now. Something like that.
Yeah, but I think it's a mix of just being on the show too.
Oh, okay.
Like Sned started
Yeah.
doing panel.
Counting
Yeah.
panel as well.
He
Yeah.
goes, but yeah, I mean, I think I was like third or 10, 11, 12, 13, something like that.
But
Just stand-up sets.
It is fun to do it multiple times
It
because
is.
it's nice to,
It
you
is.
know, because it's like, you know, you do it, but it's nice to be asked to come back and then to come back. And
You know what's the cool part about those sets is where they have the wide shot and you see Fallon in the darkness, like keeling over with
Yeah.
laughter.
Yeah.
That's the best.
I could hear the band laughing this time.
Oh, that's
I really
awesome.
felt like this was one of my better.
And they're not
sets
your
that I've
usual
had.
audience.
Yeah, I felt like, I mean,
Sorry.
well,
The
I feel like
Roots.
Yeah.
they always laugh. They're always nice, but it's like
I was
I really
kidding.
could hear them this
Yeah.
time.
Oh, yeah.
They're big comedy fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could hear when, like, I always like to do the set, you know, on the show before the show, just to, so everybody,
Oh, you do it.
I always do it.
Oh, really?
Like
Wow.
kind of to the crew.
Yeah.
And this time the crew actually was laughing, and I was expecting no one to laugh. So it actually threw me when they started laughing at my stuff.
Yeah.
And it was great. I mean, it was just
interesting.
fun all around. Yeah, I like to do it. I really like to kind of have a bad set before I go. Just so I
Because when
know.
you walk out, for people that don't know, when you do like you kind of go out to run through the show, you rehearse. You as a stand-up, they go if you want to do your whole set, like the musician might play their whole song,
Yeah.
and so you could do the set. I always did. I would go out there and maybe I did one joke or something, but I didn't do the whole set. But that is interesting that you like to do it. That makes sense to go, and because you get a rhythm of like this is what it's going. You've already
Yeah.
set it in the room.
And
so you kind of know what to do.
And chances are it's gonna go worse for the crew than it will when you actually. So it's like,
so.
I like to have a set where I'm like, I want to see what jokes will work every time and what jokes potentially might not work, so that when they don't work as well as they have other times, I'm prepared for that.
Yeah.
It's nothing like a joke working every time and then you tell it and it doesn't work and you're like, whoa, what happened? It really throws me.
Yeah.
So I like to know all possible scenarios.
Yeah.
And it was great. And then I went to Birmingham, Alabama, did a sold out show. A lot of friends and family, a lot of people I haven't seen in a long time came out. Matter of fact, we took this picture. This is me, and I had some stepbrothers when I was growing up from the time I was like 4 to 13, about 9 years. And this is when in 1986 on the right. And I've not seen the guy in the back in about 30 years.
Wow.
But he came to the show. We all hung out. And I made him recreate this photo here.
Did you recognize
awesome.
him from, or what had it been so
Well,
long?
I had seen him on Facebook
Okay.
prior. He actually married a girl I went to high school with that I was already friends with. So I saw him on there, but physically seen him in 30 years. And it was great. We hung
Yeah.
out. We had a good time. Talked about some old times. I got a joke where I talk about drinking gas. I was trying to siphon out of a lawnmower. It's because we used to have a charge account at this old country store. And where we go, I want to get some gas. And he would just, let us put it in. And my dad would pay the bill. But they jacked it up. They started buying cigarettes and beer and jacked it up.
Yeah.
So we got cut off. So in order to ride the four-wheeler, we needed gas. So we tried to siphon out of a lawnmower. And then I accidentally drank it. And it was it was a fun time in the end. But I burped up gas for like a week. I mean, it's
something.
serious
It's
stuff.
the real deal, yeah.
But yeah, it was great to see those guys. And they look good.
That's awesome.
They pointed out clearly these guys are biological brothers here.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I'm the step. But yeah, it was nice.
That's awesome.
Fun.
man.
Then I went to Pensacola, Florida. Another great show.
Yeah.
2 theater shows, 2 hot weekend. One sold out, one very close to being sold out. And
That's sold out. That counts. 'Cause you
yeah.
only have single seats left.
That's true. That's true.
So those are sold out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it was a great weekend.
Yeah.
I had a couple weekends off, and it's nice to be back.
To get back in the groove.
Yeah, it is.
Get back in the groove.
Yeah, I got on
we-
the subway, and I've been on the subway in a while. That guy was just looking at his phone. It looks like he's passed out, but
That's great, man.
yeah, it's nice to be
Good
because
deal.
I stay on the internet a lot, right? And and the internet is always making New York look like it's just completely collapsing and everything's awful and bad. And
Mm-hmm.
I had a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing bad happened. Nothing bad ever happens to me in New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're going there to perform on the Tonight Show.
Yeah. And you stay in 30 Rock. You're right. It's the Rockefeller Center.
Well, that's true.
What's
That
everybody
is true.
complaining about?
That
Yeah.
is true.
They treat you like royalty here.
That is true.
That's literally kind of the problem they have.
Well, maybe
is
you're
that
right.
everybody just goes, I don't understand. My butler's cool, and he's never done anything to me.
The point is,
I rode the subway once in 1987, and it was fine.
even Birmingham, Alabama, everybody says it's dangerous. Had a great time.
Yeah, you tend to gonna have a great
Oh,
time
there's your brothers again.
when you don't have to
Oh,
grind
whoa,
it out. That
look at
looks
that.
like Judah Freelander.
Yeah.
Like I had a hand on his hat.
Yeah.
He
I
did.
guess I didn't see him.
Get people dressing up like you at the shows.
awesome.
Exciting times.
Yeah,
Mhm. All right.
that was Jimmy. In that video, that's Jimmy Fallon doing my wave.
Oh yeah.
That's fun.
He says
That's
Dusty
fun.
Slug, give a little wave.
Yeah,
that's fun.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, Aaron, you were in Detroit. You skipped yourself, but you were in Detroit.
I was in Detroit. We mercifully canceled those shows
Oh, you
that
did?
were during the game. Yeah, yeah.
Oh wow.
It was the right move, dude.
Yeah.
Because that
Did it
club,
before or like that day?
that like 2 days before,
Yeah.
I go, why don't we call and float the idea?
Yeah.
And then they brought it up before we could even mention it. So we
Yeah.
were like, yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah.
The club is right next to the stadium. It was chaos. And I mean, it was like the Super Bowl there.
Yeah.
So it would have been pointless to do the show.
Yeah.
I was home by 7:30 a.m. Saturday.
Oh,
it was
man.
great.
And then it also, if the shows had been after, it would have been a sad.
Yeah, and the Lions got,
Yeah.
it was a bad loss.
Yeah.
So the mood would have been.
One guy
bad.
emailed us that he went to both, and Friday night was still worse. But I'm joking. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I heard your shows were great. We got a lot
They
of
were
emails.
fun. They were fun. Your old buddy Daniel Rucker was at it.
Oh yeah, yes. He
Yeah.
texted me and he said he loved talking with me.
He said he was a DCA guy, and then I said, "Remind me your name." He said Daniel Rucker. I was like, "You've been name dropped."
Mhm.
I mean,
Smartest guy
dozens
you
of
know.
times on
Yeah.
the podcast.
Yeah.
Good guy. Him and his wife were great.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Awesome. All right.
let's get started with the comments.
There we go. This doesn't start the engagement part.
That's right.
So
hmm
Now we're talking to you people.
yeah. Leon Weiswald. Married into that name. New favorite episode. Nate and Dusty were in rare form, especially during the back-to-back conversation of big guys on planes in Lebanon, DMV. Boom.
Yeah, it was a hot
I
hot
think we
riff.
brought it.
Yeah.
Well, I
think
mean, he's
we
saying
brought
rare form, so basically he's saying finally.
Yeah. Saying
Brought it.
using
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
Very
But,
rare.
We're in a good groove
Yeah.
right now, me and
Yeah.
Dusty.
Aaron and Brian did what they did, but you two,
We
You
have
two
a
brought
high ceiling.
Yeah.
Y'all just
the
are-
bar is high.
The bar is high.
Brian and I have to show up.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
We've done our part.
You done, yeah. Angie Sickler. At the age of 14, 15, my son and daughter were Vine stars. Chris, is that a weed? And had a merch deal in the works with Vine, but I finalized the deal just as Vine was going under. Fast forward to now, and a bunch of randos online are reposting his top videos and selling merch based on his videos.
That's crazy.
Mm.
Do you have like
I looked it up. Do you
Yeah.
know this? Do you
No,
remember this?
no,
Aaron?
not by the name at least.
Yeah.
Son is
I like to
fine.
think Angie was really dragging her feet on the deal. And this is her regret.
Well, TikTok's back for now.
yeah?
We'll see.
That's for now. Bunch of randos online. Yeah, it's. I mean, that's the thing is the internet, that kind of stuff. It's the Wild West, and so it's impossible to kind of say. But this is almost here's the example of what I believe. If you want to do something, like something like this means, all right, you had the idea, but that means you can't just look at it as like, well, now a bunch of people are taking money from us and we should have capitalized on that. You should create a new Chris, is that a weed? Like that's how you got to think of it.
Should have kept it
And
going.
you got to think of it, and it's and you might still be. I'm not even saying you did anything wrong, or she
Mhm.
might not be
Yeah.
even
I
really.
looked him up. He's doing great.
Yeah, you might not. Yeah, not is he's got it now. He's on.
I mean, he's
social media.
He's still got a presence. He
Oh, that's good.
I'm forgetting now exactly what he's doing now, but
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's doing
So,
stuff.
so he's doing good. All right, yeah. But that's it. But just this is more general advice. Somebody talked about it. I was talking to someone about it where people think, well, like I need to capitalize now on something. And if you're in that mindset of capitalizing out, then you just got to be aware that like there is going to be no future then. So then go like, I'm capitalizing now, and then my plan will be something completely different. Otherwise, if something pops off and then you got, wow, everybody's looking at me now. Now you got to create. It's not about capitalizing on what that was at that moment. You got to go create the next thing.
Yeah, keep it
Because then
going.
once they keep it going, because then once they can rely to know I can come to this person and they're going to continue to bring me entertainment. That's how you do it. I think too many people get like a viral thing, and then they go, I got to make everything off of this right now, and then they focus on that, and then it's like all right, you figured something out. See if you can repeat that, or just accept. Yeah, I'm trying to go get as much cash as I can just to duck out, and then be like, go. This was a fun moment in my life.
Like the girl, the Haktua girl that seemingly is in trouble now. I don't know, but she really capitalized.
But she can go. Yeah, it's like they do something like that. It's like you don't, because when you get something like that pops up viral, it's rarely you've had enough time to really prepare.
Yeah.
So you're then asked to like, well, everybody's watching. So everybody's like, all right, well, come do a whole thing.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I can't do a whole thing.
Right. Especially like with her where you didn't actually do anything creative. Something just happened to you.
Yeah.
That's cap. But if you do it, you could probably do it again. Right. If you create it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's where it's tough because they want to. You got to go grind it out.
Yeah.
It's hard to make someone to go grind something out when you just have immediately been giving $1 million basically.
Oh yeah.
So like when you're, it would take enough awareness. I mean, it's almost impossible to be honest. It's like you would have to get it in like a child star. Like maybe, because it's like when they go get that and they become famous so quick, it's what are you going to tell that person? What are you going to tell them when they're to be like, well, what do you want to do now? And they're like, well, I want to do this other idea, this other crazy idea. They don't really know what they're building off of because they haven't had to go like through the entire ropes to earn it.
Yeah.
I look back at my career and I would have wanted all the success when I was just started. I was trying to get that. It never happened. And I look back on it now, I was blessed.
Yeah.
Thank the Lord it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Because now I'm in a much better position to be like, I can make decisions. My emotions are out of it. When you're younger, you're very emotional and you make very my emotions are out of a lot of any decisions I make now. And they're just, and you got to kind of be like that. And it's hard when I'm not this person, but in general, it's hard for someone to do that. Whatever you go, if you want to get into the comedy, if you want to get into music, just be prepared to be like, this is it. I'm grinding it out and I'm going to figure it out. And then, and it works. I see there's a lot of guys, comics we started with that are writers now. And maybe they're not doing stand-up like they did when we first did it, but they're writers and they're creating shows. And you learn a tool, learn something, learn a tool, an act, have something you can sit on. Brooke McLeod Smith. She was like she got married and kept the McLeod.
Yeah, that's a good name.
That is a good name. The McLeod family is prevalent. Is that the word?
Prominent.
Yeah.
Prevalent too.
Oh yeah. What's prevalent?
Prevalent feels like a lot. Yeah,
common,
I don't know that there's a lot of McLeods. Maybe.
Prevalent means there's a lot of. So Smith is prevalent.
Yes.
McLeod is
prominent. You were trying to say they're like an important family.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Brooke McLeods
get things done.
The McLeods get things done.
They run the city.
Who's the McLeods?
Everybody knows
You just
McLeods.
Oh, okay.
Everybody knows them, dude. It's the McLeods.
Okay.
Cody
It's a
McLeod.
strong name.
It's
It
a strong.
sure is.
The McLeods run the town.
Yeah. It's so strong that you're like, I'll take your name, but I'm not going to drop the other.
Let me
one.
do your name a favor.
Yeah, it'd be insane to drop my name.
The Smith family has never dealt with this
No.
type of publicity around their last name.
Yeah.
Yes.
But because the McLeod got attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My dad had Prodigy. What? My dad had Prodigy.
I think that's the
early-
internet in the 90s.
Oh, okay. My dad had Prodigy in the early 90s. I mean, come on. This is a McLeod. They had internet early 90s. My
Muscled
dad
their
had
way
Prodigy
into
in the early 90s, which was an online service that had message boards. I was also the first in my county to get AOL.
Yeah,
I mean, this is the McLeod family. Dude.
Yeah.
Important. When I searched for other people, there was nobody. Yeah, because you're one of one. Finally, a friend I knew also joined, but it took a while. And
Another McLeod.
Probably another McLeod. Yeah, this McLeod family.
That's so wild just to be on the internet alone.
Yeah.
And there's nobody else on there. That's how early it is. That's
Mhm.
crazy. I'd never heard
That
of
is
Prodigy. Online service from 1984 to 2001. It's one
I
of the
remember
major
Prodigy.
internet service providers of the 1990s.
Yeah, I remember Prodigy.
Wow.
I don't remember. I don't think I remember Prodigy. Where are they at now?
They're defunct.
Oh.
They're part of AT&T now.
Oh.
Or they became part of AT&T.
Brooke got married and got off of it.
Yeah.
They closed.
Do they always say it like that? Founded, and then they say fate with a company?
If it's a company that no longer exists,
That seems like a
it's
harsh.
like what happened to it.
But it doesn't really seem maybe I'm not clear on what defunct means, but it doesn't seem defunct if you're now a part of AT&T.
Yeah, you like sold to AT&T.
Yeah, you joined up with them. You teamed up.
No longer in effect or use, not operating or functioning. I think they became part of AT&T and then AT&T phased them out. That's what it feels
But
like.
it feels like they still
Yeah.
came in. They're part of AT&T's strength now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe. I got to read up on this. Never heard of it. We were
Yeah.
just straight AOL. You've got
Well,
mail.
yeah, you were later. This was early.
Aaron Weber here. I really struggle when 5 p.m. comes around and I'm yawning, trying to get through the day. So I would drink a late night coffee. I do that all the time, or I used to. And then you feel good for a minute, and then the real problem hits. All of a sudden, it's 3 a.m. I'm laying in bed, can't go to sleep, restless legs. I got jitters, and then I developed a caffeine dependency. No longer. Now you can try Mud Water. Mud Water is packed with cacao, chai, lion's mane, chaga, a bunch of words that you don't need to know how to pronounce,
Good
but
stuff, though.
you know that it's good stuff. Mud Water gives you a smooth energy boost without the heart-racing jitters. Let's be honest, my heart is taxed enough. Think of it like coffee's chill, yoga-loving cousin who went on a spiritual retreat, came back more zen, and left the jitters behind. You'll stay alert and calm
like a
and
cool
still
guy.
be able to fall asleep at night. Try it today and save big. Our listeners get up to 43% off your entire order, free shipping, and a free rechargeable frother. And that frother you can use for other stuff, not just mud water. You can use it for any liquid. You know what a frother is?
Anything you want to froth.
Anything you want to froth, and you can froth anything. Head to mudwater.com. That's MUDWTR, who needs vowels.com, and use the code Nateland at checkout. And now Mudwater is available at Target and Sprouts locations all over the U.S., so it's never been easier to grab a cup of this winter-friendly pick-me-up. Does your 3 to 5 p.m. cup of coffee ruin the rest of the day and make you question your existence?
Yes.
Let's not do that again. Switching to Mudwater can help you say goodbye to sleepless nights. It's got all the energy without the late night existential crises. Okay, are you ready to make the switch to cleaner energy? Head to mudwater.com, MUDWTR.com, and grab your starter kit today. Right now, our listeners get an exclusive deal up to 43% off your entire order, plus free shipping with a free rechargeable frother when you use code Nateland. That's right. You didn't mishear me. It's 43% off with code Nateland at MUDWTR.com. After your purchase, they'll ask you how you found them.
Yes.
And do us a solid and go, hey, Nateland sent us. Keep your energy natural and refreshing all year long with Mud Water, because life's too short for anything less than clean, delicious energy.
Madison Hill. When I was in middle school, AOL Instant Messenger was huge. And for me to be on it, I took up the one phone line we had in the house. My dad was a pastor, and he would get to work the next morning and find out someone in the church had died, and they couldn't get a hold of him all night because our line was always busy. He would be furious with me. Also, that I could post a song lyric from Also that I could post a song lyric from Nirvana.
That was big. You had an away message on AIM.
Yeah.
And you put lyrics to a song or
Oh,
something.
really?
Oh, yeah, it was huge.
Like if someone would message you and you weren't there.
If you were AFK, you put up an away message.
What is that?
What is AFK?
Away from keyboard.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
You put up an away message, and then your buddy list shows up.
What would yours be?
Oh, dude, I had all kinds of embarrassing stuff, like Good Charlotte lyrics, all this. Oh, it was the
That
worst.
is embarrassing.
It was super
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Were you a teenage girl when you were in high school?
We're not judging.
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
We think it's great.
Good Charlotte. That first album was great. But you have an away message, so they go, "Oh, he's online, but he's AFK. Let's see what he's up to." And then your away message would be, just a way to express yourself.
Yeah. Would you sing the song or it's typed out?
It's just like text.
Seems like
Yeah.
people from Madison Hills Church should realize that they could have reached her on AOL and said if they couldn't get a hold of her dad, get her AOL handle.
Call Brooke McLeod Smith and say,
Yeah.
send her
Yeah.
a message.
And be honest with you, you might have a health problem if this many people were dying at
Yeah.
your church. He's like, it's like every week, 40 people dead. And I show up to church and everybody's like, where it happened? We called you last night. He's like, oh, gosh.
Madison.
She was on the internet. I had no idea.
The guy who, last week we talked about Morse code, the guy who invented it, Morse,
Mhm.
he did it because he was like in New York on business or something, and his wife died, and they had to send him a letter, like saying she's sick. But by the time he got it and got home, she was already dead. And he was like, I want to invent
That's very sad.
a quicker way to get
Yes.
news.
Yeah, Aaron thinks it's funny.
Gosh.
It's just funny. That's how they had to do it back then. So we had to handwrite a letter. Your wife died.
Your wife's sick.
Your wife's sick,
Oh, that she's
and she
sick.
died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So wait, was he already home by the time the letter got there?
No,
he
he-
got the letter. And
He
then-
got
got
the
it.
letter and then goes, "Oh, I need to go home."
And it took him like 2 weeks to get home and, or
Oh.
something.
And
And
then
by then
she's-
she's dead.
That's
and that's
still-
funny
yeah.
to you.
It's still kind of funny.
Yeah.
That's how
You know?
Elvis died.
But I think that's how I bet back then you knew, like, you got a letter that she's sick. You're like, I don't know if
Yeah.
she's gonna.
Yeah.
You almost got to assume the worst.
You just basically just got to say goodbye every time you leave the house.
Oh, just
Oh,
speaking of
yeah.
speaking of Elvis, just real fast.
Mhm.
I gotta send a TikTok video to them. TikTok was down for 12 hours. It was a sad time.
Mhm.
Came back. I found a video. It says that Elvis is Donald Trump. So I've sent that to them.
Yeah.
And so
That's
just
got to be true.
in case you were
Yeah.
wondering where he is.
Something like that's got to be. Yeah. Grace, Aaron doesn't even look overweight at all anymore.
Oh,
Wow. So it's funny that he is still worried about his plane seat. All the guys on the podcast just like the weight jokes, but he looks pretty normal sized to me. Granted, there is a big table in the way.
Thank you, Grace.
That's very nice.
I'm
She- sounds like
35%.
She has a big. I think she has a big TV, and
Sounds like she's given a lot of grace.
yeah, yeah. She's got one of those old big TVs. That's the box.
Yeah.
goes, I don't
the
think
rear
he-
projection TV.
Where do you watch this from, Grace? With binoculars across the street. He goes. It's No, Aaron, you want to do your body scan? Will you say your body?
I already know I'm 35%. Dude.
That would be great.
If anybody else wants to be vulnerable,
I'll do it. Isn't it just you can just calculate it, right? Based on
yeah. But if you want to get punched in the mouth, go do it for real, and then you watch some girl you never met tell you. That's where it's the real deal. Just
she comes in with the
she's
clipboard.
Like, yeah, she's like out of college, and
Mm-hmm.
she's like, "Hi, it's the most." I've never seen someone like this.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh no. Anthony Goodwin. Dusty pitched an idea to Trey that he should have created a burner account to go against himself. Now I'm starting to believe that Dump Dusty might actually be Dusty. He is a genius.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You know, the Dump Dusty guy has like an AI profile picture. It almost looks like me. The Dump Dusty guy is trying to be me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they say you hate the things you see in yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
This
So,
guy, he was.
But they're
even was-
saying you are
yeah.
Dump Dusty.
he was even on the. He even popped up on the Tonight Show set
Mm.
to say Dump
Did
Dusty.
he really?
Yeah. This guy. There's no
Oh
one more
my
obsessed with me
gosh.
than this guy.
He's got Google Alert
Yeah.
set up for
Yeah.
you.
Even I, as if I were the burner account, I couldn't get on it that fast.
Yeah. Becky Waller. My husband and I saw Greg Warren in Tacoma, and it was a riot.
Mm.
We also made some new friends. The woman sitting at our table was wearing a Nateland hoodie, and her husband had on a "We're having a good time" T-shirt.
All right.
When I told them we got to see tickets to see Aaron again when he comes back in February, they hopped on their phones and got tickets to the same show.
All right. I love that.
Look at
That's what we love.
While Greg's on stage buying tickets
Yeah.
to my show.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Take that, Greg.
Yeah.
That's when we want you guys to buy tickets during Greg's set.
Yeah.
We've always said that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, sure, this is a riot, but
Yeah.
we could do
Yeah.
we could do better.
Yeah.
As you watch Greg, always remember you should be thinking about us and where we are at.
Yeah. Thank
Hey,
you, Becky.
I think Greg could come in. What do you think he's gonna come in with donuts? Like, he's old,
know.
so I don't know if he can.
And he's healthy. Like
He is.
like-
He's old, but he's an athlete, man. He's
Yeah.
still got.
But
He's
you
still
think
got it in him.
You think Greg's gonna be
I think
able to
he
knock
could
out?
house a couple dozen.
I think
I
so.
really think
Really?
so.
You think
I
he
think
can
it's
go-
going to put him out of commission for a long
Oh,
time.
yeah, he needs to be off.
Yeah, we need to have like probably somebody on standby, just like
We're having ambulance.
yeah,
Yeah.
like in Foxcatcher.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that?
yeah.
Channing Tatum, when he went off the wagon, just started eating cake and
Yeah.
all that.
Oh yeah.
Then he had to lose 12 pounds in 30 minutes to make weight.
Good.
It's a true story.
Is it? I've never watched that movie. Kaylee Kendrick. I'm currently listening to old episodes. I just listened to Nate talk about the time he visited Djibouti. I'm from the States, but have lived in Djibouti for a few years and got so excited to hear y'all talk about it. Nate mentioned that people work until noon and then everything's closed. That is true. It's so hot here that everyone in the country stops everything to rest midday. A countrywide nap time is one of my favorite things about living here.
Wow.
It's true.
Well, that
Yeah.
sounds fun.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's crazy. It's all just shuts down.
So how early do they start though? It's a pretty early day, I think. Or they
Yeah, I
just
think they
doing-
get started very early, and then they have to just everybody lays low, and then you come back out during the night.
Jeez, how hot does it get?
I
She
mean,
said,
it's got to
I think it was like 85 is considered cold to them or something
Yeah.
like that. she
Wow.
said.
be. Yeah. I wish it was 85 degrees in this room. My room's freezing.
Yeah. I love it.
This is what it is.
It is great.
Yeah.
This feels like right when you get
Yeah.
into a walk-in.
Grace
Freezer.
should hear that, right? It's
Yeah.
like that's what we're talking about here. We're like everybody's freezing, and Aaron's like, I love
Yeah.
it.
I like my toes to be a little cold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's a good feeling.
this is
not
right
a
up
lot
your
of
alley.
circulation getting there to those toes.
Yeah.
Come on, come on, man.
Yeah, that's too far, Dusty.
You may not know this. He used to have gout. Okay. So,
Oh, okay, sorry about
He's a
that.
gout
I am
survivor.
sorry about
yeah,
that.
he's a
I
gout
got it
survivor.
scraped out.
I don't think of you as a really big guy either. To
Oh,
be
thank you.
honest, I
Yeah.
just like making the jokes.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I don't think of Brian as that old either. I just
Wow.
like making the jokes.
Mm,
Wow.
yeah. Well, let me get your glasses fixed.
Well, I have the one thing that, like, we tease you about reading.
Yeah.
Everybody's weight. But you guys can improve on that. There's something you could do. I'm just going to get older.
You're getting
year
worse
after
and
year
worse.
after year.
Yeah, but I'm getting older.
Well, all right. I'll start making fun of your age.
I mean, it's hard because you need them to make fun of my age.
I'll start
And
asking
I'm
them
telling
to
you, I
make
don't
fun
think
of
you're
your
going to remember to do it. But
age. When I'm
it's-
88 and you're 81, you think you'll still be?
yeah, a couple guys. What is it? Born in the '70s, graduated high school in the '90s.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Yeah. I told someone that this weekend. They loved it because they were they're a little older than me.
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Oh, Mel Gibson. Yeah. He's older than you.
He is.
Devin Lee Johnson. I would say that I would tell you that you don't feel old. We make fun of it, but you don't feel
Oh,
old.
thank you.
Because I don't think I would make the jokes if I felt you felt old.
Yeah, like if you were hobbling in here or whatever and had trouble
Yeah.
getting down at the desk.
Yeah.
Right.
No. Yeah. We do.
It helps that you have a 2-year-old.
Well, we did build a ramp at this club.
In anticipation,
Because we know
it's coming.
it's coming.
Yeah. Well, that is true.
Yeah.
It is true.
Devin Lee Johnson. Dusty, I've seen Wicked on Broadway in New York twice, and I can promise you the movie version is 1,000 times more amazing. I know how you feel about witchcraft, but I promise the movie will bring you so much joy. They did not ruin it They made it so much better. That's a rare thing to hear, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's interesting. I appreciate it. Devin Lee Johnson.
We're still going on cameras.
Oh, you are?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we just record in the dark?
Yeah.
Devin Lee
I'm
Johnson.
fine recording in the dark. You know? I think
Yeah.
it's kind of fun.
This is the third podcast in a row with a power
Yeah.
channel.
Yeah. Do we show it?
Yeah, we have.
Oh, then let's just keep going.
Yeah.
The discussion, last one.
Okay.
Here we go.
Devin Lee
Kent
Johnson.
Oliver. The discussion around favorite venue types was. Kent Oliver. The discussion around favorite venue types was interesting. You mentioned clubs, theaters, and arenas. Has Nate ever considered a stadium show? Or do you think audio would be too difficult to master for comedy? We'll see. We will see.
I'm thinking
I have stuff.
Yeah.
Are you?
I feel like I don't know, maybe I'm wrong because I've never been to a stadium comedy, but I feel like it is more for the novelty to be like, look, I did a
Yeah.
stadium, because it can't be
You do a
super
dome.
good for comedy.
Look, I can see. I want to do some pretty big stuff. I do have. I don't know. I think you could do it. And I mean, look, with our arenas, I mean, I really make sure I do the best I can to make it with audio. We're doing screens on this next tour. I do everything to make it where you can. I want you to have the best experience here and hear it. We have more trucks because of this. We're doing stuff to make it where you can do it. So I do like the challenge of doing it. Now, I would never plan on doing a big stadium tour, for doing like this, whatever. But I don't know. Titan's got a new dome coming. Maybe,
yeah, let's open the Titan show.
Yeah,
the
it's
Titan
like
Stadium.
maybe there's who knows? We'll see.
Yeah.
But I don't know what we're all, yeah. So
We love talking about our Helix mattresses.
Mm.
I have had my Helix mattress for almost 3 years now. Nate's parents just got one, and they love it. We all do. It improves how I sleep. Everyone knows I love their pillows. We talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
But it has helped with my sleep. Brian and Aaron have sleep apnea.
Jeez.
Well documented. And they
Now.
say,
Throwing us under the bus here. Come on, Helix.
and they said, this is an ad read that everybody gets. Every podcast, it says Brian and Aaron, but they'll put your last names in there. And they said their Helix mattresses has helped with it. Sleep apnea, that is, that they have. I'm getting better sleep. Aaron's getting better sleep, and Brian is getting better sleep. My old mattress was one of those old springs, just a real wires coming through, stabbing me in the back.
metal.
I had a lot of tetanus shots coming out because I kept getting stabbed by the springs.
Yeah, you wake up with smeared blood on the
Yeah,
mattress,
but-
and you're like, "What happened?"
Yeah. But finally, I realized how bad that sleep was for me, and Helix fixed that issue. It's great for hot sleepers, people with back pain, or snorers. It's for everyone.
Yeah.
It's a good mattress. And the pillows are great. It is a good mattress. They're really good. I like them. I do sleep good on my Helix mattress. My whole family does.
Yeah.
Go to helixsleep.com/Nate today. That is January 22nd. Today only.
Whoa.
To get 27% off statewide and 2 free dream pillows with mattress purchase for their MLK flash sale. If you miss today's deal, don't worry. They are still offering 20% off site-wide, not statewide, anywhere in the country, site-wide, and 2 free dream pillows with mattress purchase. That's helixsleep.com/Nate, helixsleep.com/Nate.
Yep.
All right. This week, I thought since you had your big DCA weekend, we could talk about high school.
There we go.
All right. And I just saw a bunch of friends that I went to high school with this past weekend.
It's like a reunion
Yeah.
type show. So we're all 10 years apart. We all have do you do 5-year reunions?
For high school?
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe they do, but they're super casual. I feel like 10 years is the first kind of let's make a big deal out
Because
of
you're
it.
15s this year.
I guess so.
25.
Jeez.
We did a 10, and then the 20 was during 2020, so it got canceled. So they are doing a 5 this year, 25. But I'm
Was
not
it hard to
able
get
go.
canceled in high school that definitely did not believe in the reason it was getting
In
canceled?
Opelika.
Yeah. Well, I bet
And
it.
to go-
Yeah, it was
yeah.
for me. I was like, let's get together.
Yeah. I wouldn't
No
be
mask.
in Opelika. They just go, y'all just had it like normal. And you go, we didn't even realize what was going on.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So you're at 20, you're 25 is next.
25 is this year. Yeah.
Oh yeah. What do you know?
35 for me.
35 for you?
Yeah.
And what is mine? So I'm 97.
You'd be like 28.
Oh,
Yeah.
28. Wow.
Golly.
So I'll be in 27.
Up
I'll
on
be
a
30.
30-year reunion.
Wow. And I saw a lot of them this past weekend. I see a good bit just traveling now. But yeah, 30-year. That's crazy.
You gonna
This would
plan
be, I
Do you do
can't make
college
mine.
stuff? Do you talk to anybody from college?
it? Some, but a lot more high school.
Yeah. Do you is there college reunions? Or is that not a big thing?
Yeah, I performed at my college reunion last year.
Is that
My,
is that as big as high school, or is high school more they known for reunions?
I mean, I don't know. I care more about the high school one. I keep in touch more with college friends. We talk all the time, especially with like football team doing as well as it's doing. We're talking all the time now. So
And you grew up with high school people, like you grow up with your whole life.
it was
Yeah.
essentially.
kindergarten with them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but college people tend to look down on anybody that does not go. Like college people are elites
Yeah.
that look down on people.
Yeah.
So I would think once you go to college,
especially Ivy League.
you're like, obviously, I'm not going to talk to anybody from high school because
Well, you keep them around to feel good about yourself.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
You got to
makes
know like what are the common folk think about
Yeah.
this going on.
Yeah.
like that.
Like you go to it and you go, hey, how much is milk?
That's right. Go,
And you find out all that kind of stuff.
In case I want to run for president.
What
Yeah.
are people still buying eggs?
Yeah,
And they go,
yeah,
yes.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's nice.
Like, yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Who's the president? Because it doesn't matter to us because we're above it.
Yeah.
Who? Well, yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah.
I like that.
Do you know
Yeah.
that? Do you ever watch the show Succession?
No.
Okay. It's a great show.
He
but
uses that example of elite people watching it.
well, that's
I think
literally
that's
the whole point of it.
Me and Laura were going to try to start watching together because we don't watch anything together. And I was going to start watching it. I know it's very much talked about and it's
Yeah.
a great show. But that's a show that I would use as an example in Hollywood. What I want to make is that you got a show like that they're making that kind of stuff where it is. I'm not saying it's not the best show ever made.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not saying any of that stuff, but it's not. You're making it for each other, and you're not making it for mass viewing. And so that's
Yeah.
what
it's pretty inaccessible. A lot of it.
I think I could watch it. I think I could like it. I think it's the idea of like it's Neiman Marcus, and
Uh-huh.
you're like, well, but you're not making any more Walmarts.
Yeah.
You're only making Neiman Marcuses.
But you could take the whole story of that show and bring it down just like 10 income brackets and it would still be the same show. It's about the family dynamics and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
But anyway, in that show, it takes place during COVID and it's never addressed on the show.
yeah.
And the creator of the show was like, well, it did not affect people this rich at
Yeah.
all.
Oh,
So just never even address it at all.
yeah.
They never wear masks. They never do anything. Because
Oh, wow.
these are billionaires. They're doing whatever they want anyway.
Yeah,
That's a good way of getting around having to write in
yeah,
COVID, but it's also probably pretty accurate.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What was
Again, I don't want to be yelled at about success. I
know.
I just say like as I just always think of it. I don't think anybody's making. You could make stuff that is like you said more accessible.
Yeah.
That would be more. But then that's the show. They'll win it wins every award and does everything because it's great. It deserves it. But you got to be like, you're killing yourself with these award shows. Then you're like, you gotta have some big move. You gotta have people. The Oscars can't be. I get it. You're making like this perfect art,
Yeah.
but like, I mean, dude, people have lives. They need to go watch one Mission Impossible movie a year, and then go back to their busy lives.
Yeah.
I think we got to start selling DVDs again. They do say that's what's killing comedies, right? It's like you would make a comedy, it would make a certain amount of money at the box office, But then you would make a ton of money off DVDs. Certain ones, like I saw a thing like talking about Grandma's Boy, was not a very good box office success, but huge DVD money.
But they knew the whole time, right? It's not going to make money.
But nobody wants to do that now because you're not going to make the DVD money. I say we demand physical media.
But I think the reason they stopped making it is because people weren't buying it. It's not like they just decided to stop making them.
We got to demand it.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Well,
if we did, they would make.
You said I'm not going to sell it to Netflix or to anybody. You have to buy it.
Physical media.
Yeah. But maybe not DVD, but you have to buy it on your.
And nobody would
CD.
watch it.
Yeah.
But maybe not, unless it was good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And somebody uploads it on somebody touring it online.
Yeah. That's what, that is tough. Yeah. Is that a storyline in Succession? That's what I always feel like you're saying. That was a West Wing episode. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
West Wing was a mass hit, right?
Oh yeah.
See, you can make stuff that's.
Oh yeah. Won a ton of Emmys and everything else.
And I think that's when all that stuff was great.
Yeah,
because it was shows that people were watching. Now it's kind of the award shows are for each other, for them.
Yeah.
And it's like
I know what you mean.
Yeah, like when they even like they brought Vin Diesel out to do like they had to put in for the Golden Globes like, all right, box office hit award.
Yeah.
And you're like, why do you hate
the slop for the pigs awards, basically?
Yeah, why why do y'all hate
the guy who
you look down so much on anything that it can work for everybody?
Yeah. The guy who won for Baby Reindeer, his acceptance speech was basically the opposite of what you're trying to do. He was like, finally, Hollywood, it's a complicated world out there, and we need to tell complicated stories. And thank you for taking a chance on this complicated story.
They do need to do that, but you need to know that your Marvel movies are the only reason they're able to do that.
They subsidize.
They
all
can't.
Yeah.
There has to be a realization to go like, yeah, dude. Everybody wants. I saw Baby Reindeer. It's great. The girl in that movie in that show I met her. She's unbelievable, and she won everything. But so you can't do that. No one's against that. Everybody wants to do that. And, and I'm not saying we need more Marvel movies, but you also have to go, there has to be a medium ground. Again, this is like a middle class. There has to be a middle class of movies. It can't all be like nothing and then a Marvel movie. There needs to be a business structure.
Vin Diesel's the only name you guys have said in a while that I've recognized.
Yeah.
I've not heard any of these movies.
All right, high school.
Vin Diesel, now we're talking. That's a movie I saw right after high school.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious.
Oh, that brought it back. I like that.
They're still coming out.
Yeah.
25 years later. What was your high school mascot, Dusty?
The Bulldogs. We had two, though.
It's original.
We had two.
Just like Auburn.
They were both Bulldogs, but we had two live mascots. So one was called Opie and Lyca. We had a guy and a girl, Opie and Lyca.
Oh, that's fun.
That's cool. You had a real action.
They were bulldogs?
Like dressed up bulldogs.
Yeah,
and then we had the
alive, like are you saying like dogs?
Like mascot, like they were people
a person
dressed.
in a costume.
Yes.
I thought you meant like
I thought you meant actual dog.
I knew we had a bulldog named Otis.
Oh, so you did have a
we had a real bulldog too. Yeah.
So a live mascot, when you say that, I was thinking dog.
I was picturing the dog like Ugga.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we did have Otis.
Otis.
And then Opie and Lyca were the physical, like in costume.
Did Otis live on campus or was he just somebody's dog?
I don't know where he lived. He wasn't like in a crate in the gym or anything. I don't know where he was. He wasn't running around.
Y'all couldn't find him when the game started?
Yeah.
He's chained up the trailer park.
Yeah.
Y'all just out there.
Otis.
Everybody quiet down. Otis.
Here, boy.
Yeah. But we were the Bulldogs.
That's fun. We were the Knights. Both my high schools were the Knights, actually. I went to two different high schools. I moved to Tennessee between my sophomore and junior year to another high school called the Knights. Go Knights.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I like that you made fun of mine for being very original. And then you're like, every school I ever went to was the Knights.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Bulldogs is a little more common than Knights, dude.
I don't know.
Bulldog has to be. I'm guessing.
You grow up in England?
Do you have the most common high school mascot names? Do you have that on there?
I don't.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm guessing Wildcats, and I'm guessing Bulldogs is going to be a close number 2.
I was Wildcats.
We really?
Yeah.
Dusty, would you go to a school or send your kids to a school if their mascot was a devil?
Nah. No, I don't. I mean, I don't know where I'll send them, but I don't like the way that starts off.
We were the Blue Devils.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
We were the Lebanon Blue. Oh,
Oh, really? That's funny that they would do that even there.
brought my Letterman jacket.
You got a Letterman jacket.
Yeah,
Whoa.
for baseball.
District champs,
How
How about
1990.
that?
It's a pretty big jacket.
Doesn't say your name though, huh?
Well, it's got it.
It's got his name.
Whoa! Look at that.
Did you play?
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
that's
They finally put me on the team my senior year. I tried that every year just for kind of like comedic purposes.
Are you talking about like for real?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, I mean,
Like, yeah, see, that's what I thought would happen to me, is they would finally just go like, he's done it every year. Let's just let him have it.
I batted 4 times. I went for 4.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good batting.
What was your
average.
hit though? A single or
It
Home
arguably
run.
could have been an error, but I'm calling it a hit.
okay?
What?
Got
Where'd
on
you
base.
hit it?
I like check swing, kind of like, ching, and then the shortstop got a glove on it, but he didn't. He didn't.
Ah,
Sounds
like,
like
a
a
hit.
hit.
Sounds
Yeah.
like a hit to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, that sounds
I
like
agree.
it.
I agree.
Where'd you got to? It was a single,
Yep.
and then did you get a?
Did you get to score?
I don't think I
You
did.
got picked off
I
at
did.
first.
Yeah.
One time I got to. We did have that happen last game of our senior year. Not
Is it
me.
when you start running? How long does it take you to get out of the batter's box?
Well, Michael's daughter ran faster than any of us in that
Yeah.
40.
Oh,
Did
really?
you see that?
No.
He sent it to us.
Oh, really?
She ran.
Moxie ran.
She ran faster than any of us in the 40.
I'll be. Moxie's got long legs.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
wait till he's down to 20%.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
He wants a rematch.
Yeah.
Moxie has to eat 100 donuts if he wins.
Yeah. 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 We'll get Moxie eating all these donuts.
It's unbelievable that you're wearing a jacket from high school and it fits like a glove.
It almost
still.
looked big.
Yeah. I mean, you in better shape now than you were in high school?
I mean, I've always been in great shape.
Yeah.
A natural athlete.
I don't think if you looked at his like Bates, I don't think anything's ever changed. It's been.
That is true.
It's just
my
been
hairline.
Yeah, it's like the straight, like a doctor would be like, it's the chart is the same as when he was a baby.
Yeah.
It's the same. Everything's the same. Nothing's ever changed. There's no up and downs. It's just straight. Everything fits when he was 2 to fits now. It always, he's
Maybe
been,
Brian's
he's
some
been
kind of
this size.
clone. Like he
He
wasn't even
is.
really born.
He's been this size
Yeah.
his whole life.
Yeah.
No, I just went to get my real ID, and they had my information in from when I was 16.
Oh,
Get my driver's
gosh.
information. And the lady behind the counter, she goes, "You still weigh 140?"
Yeah.
I was like, "No,
Oh.
no, I don't."
You got the real ID, huh? You got to be fighting the power on that thing.
Well, everyone's gonna have
You're
it.
going to have to
I
do it
know,
to
but-
fly,
But
Dusty.
the less,
That's the
the less
whole-
of us sign
yeah.
up for it, the more they'll, because they've already pushed it back one time.
Oh, because no one signed up for
people
it.
weren't getting it, so they pushed it back.
Oh,
You got to fight the power a little bit.
yeah.
Is this you
That's-
starting the movement right here?
No,
or-
the
This
movement
could
has
be.
begun a little
Okay.
bit, but we
Yeah.
should get it going.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll cut mine up when
It's
I
like,
get it.
why do they need more ID for us to fly? Like,
You know what? It's like one that I never even thought of. I think when I got mine renewed, they did it. Because
Why?
don't you have to go get renewed? You can say
you need
no.
renew, but you need extra stuff for it to be a real ID. You need proof of social security number,
Yeah, I think.
and you need proof of residency.
why do
and a
they
bunch
need
of
all
stuff.
this? Why do they need all this stuff? Like,
'Cause the one you have now is a fake ID.
but we've been flying all this time. Now they got to take pictures of us every time. It's
Yeah.
like you need more stuff every time. Just let me get on the plane.
yeah.
if you
I
were
want
curious,
an airline
Yeah.
that's like risk it airline. That's what I
Yeah.
want. No security. We go, hey, this is the one airline where you just get right through.
You
Yeah.
figure it out yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
I like
FAA
that.
is not involved.
Well,
at
I
all.
want the plane to be up to speed,
Yeah.
but the security on
You
it,
don't know
it's a
when we're
risk.
taking off.
I just want.
They go, what time's
or-
the flight? Noonish.
I want people to be able
Or
to
when we're
bring.
maybe
landing.
before.
I want guns and knives on the plane.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want drinking. You can bring
Okay.
your own alcohol.
Would your logo be a pirate?
yeah, I like
yeah,
that.
Yeah, pirate on the thing.
You could smoke in the bathroom.
smoke
if
in the
you want.
bathroom if you want. I
Smoke in
like
your
it.
seat.
I like.
I don't know if I like smoking in the seat,
Okay.
but you could smoke in the back.
Smoke in
Have
the
a
back.
smoking section in the
Yeah.
back.
Have a
Yeah.
smoking section.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry I took it too far. That was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I like it.
What
Call
I'm
it
throwing
Risk
out.
It Airlines.
Risk
That's
It
what I want.
Airlines.
Our buddy Ben Sawyer had the joke about a non-smoking section in a restaurant is like a non-peeing section in the pool.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. If you are curious, Eagles, most common high school mascot in America.
How far is Bulldogs?
Bulldogs is number 4. Wildcats is 6.
Where's the Knights at?
The Knights is pretty close.
7,
10.
10.
Yeah. So
Oh,
up
pretty
there,
common.
up there.
What
I'm
about,
sorry, I
what
thought
about
it was
the Blue Devils?
the Blue Devils.
It's probably there's different versions of Devils. The Red Devils.
Blue
and-
Devils. There's 183 in
Yeah,
America.
so we're original.
172 high schools.
You guys just
Mm.
retread.
Yeah. Why would the? Yeah. Why?
You were the DCA Blue Devils?
They're the
No.
Wildcats.
Oh, okay.
He was the
Oh,
DCA
okay.
Wildcats.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a wild name
For a Christian school.
Donaldson
Yeah.
Christian Blue Devils.
I was the we were our football team and was Old Hickory Bulldogs. And then I don't remember DuPont. Did you have mascots as DuPont Elementary? DuPont?
Yeah, I think so.
You know
Yeah.
DuPont's mascot?
We were always the Knights.
Why do you not hear a lot of other dogs? I wonder. There should be other like dogs. Like the
Like what?
like the chows, the chow chow, and you remember that dog?
Dachshund.
The chow chow was the scary dog when I was a kid. That was the one in the trailer park that would get you.
That's true. We got Bulldogs, and then it's all cats after that. Cats, even Rams.
What was number 1?
Number 1
It's
is
Eagles.
Eagles.
I guess there's wolves and stuff, timber wolves and
Yeah. I mean, even you got Cardinals, you got birds.
what about Rottweilers, stuff like that, Doberman Pinschers.
Oh. It gets a little long.
Yeah.
It does. It does. Lancers. 106 high schools, the Lancers.
Mhm. They like mascot names are almost always 2 syllables, occasionally 1, rarely more than that.
Whoa.
Um,
Yeah.
And that's why the Commanders, because if it is a longer that, they'll shorten it. That's why when Washington the Commanders are like, well, you can't shorten it to the commies,
Yeah.
Mhm.
But anybody else like the Buccaneers or the Bucks,
I think you just need it to fit that chant, the let's go, da da.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
You just need to
Let's
fit
go,
that.
Commanders.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do they do? They just
Yeah.
go, Commanders.
Commanders.
I guess
Yeah,
so.
they-
I hate that.
Yeah. Well, they had it with the Washington football team. So
I liked
that
football
was the
team.
name. It was awesome.
I like that.
Let's go, Washington. I bet they do that.
Yeah. Let's go.
Just go. Let's
It does
go
have to go,
football.
"Let's go, Wildcats."
football. Just
Yeah.
make it generic.
Yes.
You're
Yeah,
cheering
yeah,
for
yeah,
both
yeah,
teams.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just for the sport.
Yeah.
Let's go football, dude.
Trojans, Mustangs.
Let's have a good game.
Let's
Yeah.
go, Lions.
Let's go safety. That sort of stuff. Just keep it safe out here, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Take
Now,
care of each other.
I'm going to venture a guess that Nate and Dusty are the most famous graduates of your high school.
I have a key to the city of my own hometown.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have a key.
Yeah.
Dusty's high school is a guy, Roy Lee Jackson, who played for several years in the Major League Baseball. And he's now a pastor in Auburn.
Okay. We have a couple of football players. TJ Jackson went on to play.
TJ Jackson?
Yeah, we had,
NFL.
We had
Mm.
Lady Antebellum.
The whole
Hillary
band?
Scott. No, Hillary Scott. She went to DCA.
Oh, that's right.
She's pretty-
Yeah.
That's a big
Yeah, her. Yeah, my MJ Garrett. He played at Vandy, receiver at Vandy, but is also on Real World Road Rules.
When you were the angel
Yeah.
in your special, somebody said MJ Garrett really let himself go.
Mhm.
Which I thought was very. He had a
Yeah.
big blonde
Very
fro.
specific, very funny, but very specific. But yeah, so yeah, I'm trying to think if we
The woman that Ted Kennedy killed went to my high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In Alabama?
Mm-hmm. Montgomery Catholic High School. Mary Jo Capetna or something, her name. I think she
Yeah.
was a teacher there.
What was she doing?
Just hanging out with the Kennedys, man.
But wasn't that up in Rhode
That's
Island?
risky.
Yeah,
like-
Chappaquiddick.
Yeah.
Sleeping in the trunk.
Just seeing the country, you know?
Mm-hmm. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Did y'all what do y'all talk about it?
Yeah, we have a plaque for her.
Did you? Oh,
We have a statue of her in the courtyard.
Mary Jo.
Mary
She
Jo.
is-
Yeah.
When that happened to Ted Kennedy, he lost his driver's license for 16 months, is what that says.
Okay. I'll be honest. I've never looked into this, but I've repeated this a lot.
Oh, so it's not even true.
There you go. Moved to Montgomery, Alabama. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Right there. Taught business. She taught typing at Montgomery Catholic High School.
As,
Typing. That's how long ago this was. Typing
How did
class.
she get involved with him?
Ted Kennedy.
Yeah.
By 1963, years later, she moved to D.C. to work for a senator, and then then just got involved in that world. Next thing you know, you're driving in a convertible with Ted Kennedy.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Typing's not taught anymore. Still gotta know how to type.
I mean, I think it's like, it's taught just by like
His
when
attitude
you're a kid.
about this.
Yeah. I don't
His
think
attitude-
No.
Yeah.
Ridiculous that you would even ask this.
I mean, it's a funny question. No, typing's not taught anymore because you type for everything now. Kids learn how to type early.
Mhm.
Well, typing could be taught in first grade.
Oh, maybe. You know what? I'm sorry I laughed at that. That's
Well,
a pretty good question. I don't know if they teach it
Very
to young kids
condescending
now.
with you about
Sorry, shut up.
Clip that out for me if you don't mind. Post that on my socials. So, but was there anybody?
I think I had a joke about that. Did it make it in the special? Like typing.
did
My
have
daughter took typing, or I took typing in 7th grade. Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
It was like
yeah.
that's how late they were teaching it. To where now my daughter's like been typing her whole life.
I took it in 9th grade.
Yeah.
I took
Pretty
it.
crazy.
I almost failed it.
Typing
I took it in high school.
on what? On a typewriter?
Yeah.
Mine
I
might
Like you
have
had to
been-
do the
Yeah.
and bring. Are you
I think
serious?
so.
I was on a computer.
Mine might have
Oh,
been on a computer too. I don't know if it was a typewriter, but it was. They would put a box over your hands, and so you would have
Oh.
to be able to type without looking.
Now I'll say the fact that y'all took classes for it, you probably have way better form than me because I never learned how to
No,
actually
I
do
didn't-
it correctly.
I didn't do well in the class.
Oh, okay.
Mine
Sorry.
was taught by a football coach who was probably hungover every day.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been typing really fast and think about the fact that you can do this without really thinking?
Yeah,
I actually
it gives
have
me a
started to
zone,
be able to
Yeah.
do it.
Those people at the compute jury in the courtroom.
Yeah. Oh, stenographers.
That's crazy.
well, they're not using regular keyboards. They're using.
Oh, so
Totally
it's pretty
different.
easy. Okay. Sorry. Turns out everybody can do it. Why would we not all just use their computers?
No, they're still, but they're using. They look like this.
It's like
Yeah.
shorthand, right?
They look like this. So they're kind of like, if you watch them, they kind of look like they're galloping on it.
Yeah.
It's because it's using these predictive algorithms to get the
This
words.
seems much harder. When you
But I
say
think
it.
once you learn how it works, it's great.
It's a pretty dumb job. Is that what you're getting at?
No, not at all. I think it's amazing. You watch them; they just fly on those things.
But people that do this probably didn't go to Notre Dame.
Shut up. Come on.
Did you guys like? Well,
But you agree though.
You do agree that they,
I don't know.
yeah.
I mean, it's a ridiculous thing to say, but also probably true. Though, right?
Ball State.
Let's
You
just say
majored-
me and Dusty Bird graduated with a lot of stenographers. I can't even say it.
Who was the most? Doesn't have to be a friend of yours. Most successful person from your high school, like went on to some big thing.
Oh, I have no idea about that. I mean,
Yeah.
Are you still friends with high school
yeah.
guys in high school?
I mean, I have some friends that married into some wealthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
some-
people didn't wear that. The one that was with Derek Mason, Jody Jones.
some friends that own businesses.
He runs a big dentist.
He went to
in here.
DCA, Jody Jones.
Yeah, he ran a big dentist.
My stepbrother told me he went to prison for 2 years. So
But I mean, there had to be more, even more than I'm blanking on now. That where people. I mean, a lot of people have done very, very good.
I have a teacher that
I
says
don't know if there's anybody like.
one guy worked for NASA. Maybe went to the
Yeah.
moon
There you
or
go.
whatever from my high school.
Well,
I think you'd know if he went to the moon.
Yeah.
They'd probably lead with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think there's been like 12
Maybe he just
people that
went
have
to
ever.
space. Maybe
Okay.
just went to space.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty big.
Hypothetically.
Yeah. He just gotta go. He goes, "Hey, that guy went to the moon." You go, "Yeah, we all been to the moon." But technically,
Hold on. Can you guess how many people have been to space? Shockingly low number. I just looked it up.
I just went.
I mean, of all time, you just
Dusty
saw-
would guess 0.
Yeah,
of course.
I might have just seen it. I don't
Oh.
know. It's
I think
like
I saw
what is
it too.
Yeah, what is it?
600. I mean, less than 700 people.
Oh, I thought
that
it
was
was
high.
the 204 number.
Oh, I was thinking 10,000 by now.
Well,
But they're not counting like
I'm sorry.
You got to keep the secret pretty small.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you can't just let everybody.
people you could trust
Yeah.
went to space.
Yeah.
Okay.
10,000 people, you're like, it's gonna get out.
Yeah.
That there's nothing up there.
Yeah.
But it's
that's not like Jeff Bezos
Did we ever talk about those astronauts that are supposedly in the space station that had their Christmas hats on?
Oh no, we didn't know about that.
Like they've been up there and they needed to get rescued, but somehow they posted pictures around Christmas with their Christmas hats on.
I think maybe they brought them with them when they went up.
Yeah, I
Or
would
maybe they
think-
had them there.
Maybe if I were trapped there, I'd go, hey, how about not worry about the Christmas decorations and get me out of here?
Mm-hmm.
Are they still
I'm
up
not
there?
really in the spirit of Christmas.
Are they
right
still
now.
up there?
Yeah.
But isn't Elon Musk going to get them or something?
Yeah, I think it's been pushed to March now.
Yeah, it's like, how about
Can you
get me
imagine?
home?
Jeez, dude.
Yeah.
Hope they have their
It's-
St. Patrick's Day
It's
outfit.
not. It's they're taking other astronauts up there with them when they go, and they're not ready yet.
How about like save a seat?
What do you mean they're not? They're like we still need more time up here.
No.
So they're going to sub them out with a new crew.
Yeah, the people on Earth that are preparing to go, they're not ready yet.
What do they got to
Oh.
do? They got to get down their what do they do?
Body fat.
They get the body
They
fat down
go.
to
They
20%.
see them walk in, 36% body fat. They go, good.
It may not be the people
I don't know what kind of
themselves.
chairs you think we have. Yeah.
I think it's just the
Can you
mission. in
imagine
general.
moving into a space station that other two people had been trapped in for
Oh,
a
man.
year? You're
Yeah.
like, oh no, you got to clean this place.
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah,
They
no
made
cleaners.
themselves at home too.
Yeah.
yeah.
You can't open the door just to like
Yeah, let
let
the
it
air
air
out.
out.
Yeah.
There's no air and out. But do you smell anything in space?
Inside the thing they're in.
Stick your
Yeah.
head out.
But when you do no gravity in there and you're floating, maybe is that how you kind of air it out?
Could you take your helmet off for a second in space?
If
just
you're
to-
floating in the thing,
what do you
so
mean
you're
take
floating
it off?
in the. Why am I
He means out.
question again? If you're floating in the astronaut in the spaceship,
Okay. Yeah.
would that not take the air out? Because then you can also can you take it where you can then just stand and put gravity inside that thing?
but I guess
Or is it once you get up there, there's no gravity?
They have gravity. They're just not.
these are the
there's-
questions NASA can't even answer.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess I don't understand the question.
That's a good answer for someone that doesn't. So you got no
Okay.
gravity. So once you go to space,
Okay.
you're floating,
Mhm.
right?
Okay. Yeah.
You're just floating around. You're flying.
yeah.
Well, they fly inside the spaceship.
Yeah.
But if they were on the ground, they don't. They stand in the spaceship. They sit. They don't float
On Earth.
on Earth.
Yeah.
So, but when they get to the space,
Yeah.
are you just you're always having to float?
Yeah.
You never get gravity never comes into play. So I'm saying, can you like do something where you press a button and you go everything falls to the ground?
No.
like add gravity to
no.
this
No.
Yeah.
thing.
No. They can't. They can't.
If you're floating,
But how
still-
does the air not? So then, because air can't get in there, but gravity can get inside the ship.
Well, gravity's not like something that comes in through a leak in the space shuttle.
It's
Gravity's
something
pretty
that's-
finicky at times because balloons can float pretty good, but like leaves get pulled down. Gravity, it hits. It's
Right.
selective about what it gets to.
yeah,
who let the gravity in?
yeah,
Yeah. like is it? Yeah,
Like
like
a-
one day do they go? They see a pin fall and they go, "Oh no!"
Like sometimes
Oh,
there's a
no.
butterfly.
It's coming.
A butterfly just goes like this, and it's just making its way.
Yeah.
But a rock, a rock is just hard. on
Yeah,
the
that's
ground.
something with
Or a leaf,
zero
for
air
instance.
resistance, and
Or
then
a-
something with all the air resistance.
or like a small leaf
yeah.
lays on the ground.
Yeah. It's all about air resistance.
Gravity is.
Mhm.
It'll get you if it wants to.
Yeah. It's holding the universe together, but it's pretty.
So it's
But I think when they show spaceships in movies and stuff, like a lot of times they are just walking around. They explain it they have gravity on this. I think that's that's like a workaround so they can shoot the movie. And
So like the people in space now they haven't touched the ground like with their full body weight in a year.
yeah,
That's why they take
Yeah.
workout stuff to keep your muscles.
but how is no air?
well they don't really. They're
That's what's because no. So yeah, if you took your helmet off in space, right, you're gone immediately.
Are you gone immediately, or could you hold your breath for a little?
Is
bit?
it like underwater?
I think
Well,
you
I
would
think-
freeze.
the temperature and the radiation are going to kill you
All right,
pretty
well,
quickly.
Well, how about
Sorry
you
to-
be, how
sorry
about
to
you
not
make
be
it
fun.
How be a fun answer? Is it? Could you hold your breath? Is it like
I mean,
water?
I guess. I
How
don't
cold
know.
is it? Is it real cold or is it real hot?
It depends on if you're in the path of the sun or not. I think, but I think it's
I
cold.
think it was very cold.
Yeah.
What if you're in between the sun and the earth? You'd think it'd be real hot.
So how's it warm in the spaceship if it's so cold outside, but air's not getting in, but gravity somehow does get in?
Yeah.
and gravity doesn't. You know what I mean? Like how
Yeah.
does it? How do you go from sitting in a chair and you can't float
Yeah.
to when you go up, now you float, but no air from there is getting in, but it is in
Yeah.
because you're floating.
Yeah.
So something's got in. You're not closed off. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you're in a metal ball that's completely closed
Uh-huh.
and I put you and you're like, all right, your body has full body weight on the floor. You're laying on the floor. And then when you go to space, I start floating. Well, that means something has to get inside that metal ball to make that air float, right?
No, it's because you are moving.
Like if you went underwater,
Yeah.
if you dropped a metal ball underwater, you wouldn't start, and you're in the metal ball, you
Yeah.
wouldn't float. You would stay in because the water, even though the metal ball would float,
Yeah.
you wouldn't start floating.
Sure.
You walk around
Yeah.
because you're a submarine. Everybody's walking around.
Right.
They're not floating.
Right.
But when they go to space, somehow whatever that is, gets inside the thing, and everything inside
I
of
know
it
what you're
floats.
saying. That's such a funny way to think about it. I've never heard of it. Whereas gravity gets into the,
Maybe
it's like a little bit of gravity
maybe-
got in.
Am I
maybe
making
we
any
left the
sense?
window
I mean,
open and the gravity got in.
maybe gravity it didn't get in. It's not being let in.
Yeah.
Is the thing. They've
Right.
kept gravity out
That's
of
what
it.
it
It's
is.
It's like
something.
a force.
They go, I'm just getting word. My high school asked to get my name removed. Okay, fair enough. They go.
Well, yeah. Well, you didn't name the science lab.
I just
after
got
yourself.
word. Yeah, it's now called not the Nate Bargatze. They still have my name, but it's now called not.
Yeah,
not.
it's
Okay,
cheaper
all right,
to
coming
say
through.
not
Yeah, all right.
than erase it.
That's right. Just fade in.
Yeah.
Average temperature of deep space negative 454 degrees Fahrenheit.
What's deep,
So
though?
pretty cold.
What do they do? Shoot a thermostat just out in the thing and try
What's-
to look at it with a binocular? How do
What's
they?
deep space? We're talking about just a little bit of space. What's
Yeah.
shallow space?
Yeah. What'd you say? How
the
so
space behind
minus
Earth.
270 degrees.
It's the temperature of space
That's
behind
Celsius.
Earth. So
Behind it.
essentially the same as the average
but it's
temperature of
all
deep space.
we're all around Earth. All right.
So there's no air to transfer heat. That's why it's so cold. There's no
Mm.
atmosphere in space. That's what traps in the heat.
So
That's where-
even you could be in between the Earth and the sun, and because of no atmosphere, it's still cold. Technically closer to the sun.
Yeah. Is
But it
it
could be
windy?
colder.
So it's not windy in space.
no, it's not windy. There's no wind in space.
So-
Also no sound in space. Something weird to think
So you
about.
couldn't talk to someone.
You could talk to them inside the space shuttle where there's
What if you're
oxygen.
both in spacesuits with some type of Bluetooth connection?
Yeah, then you've got air in your helmet,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what transmits the sound. But you can't just yell in open space. It would have nothing to move
Bounce
through.
off.
Bounce off.
Yeah.
That's right.
The sound.
right.
Okay.
Okay.
The building's back in your name
The buildings. Yeah,
for that.
Oh yeah.
What you just made?
The temperature
good
of space directly in front of the sun can reach temperatures around 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Mm-hmm. I bet you can find a middle
Yeah.
ground.
Yeah. back up.
Well,
Too
I
fast.
bet
too
you could
fast.
find 72 degrees
How
somewhere.
do you have to.
I mean, really, Earth
There
in
has
the-
to be a
Earth
point.
is in the perfect spot. I appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah.
Good spot to be in.
Yeah.
Unless you're in
You know,
Djibouti.
The entire universe really
This room
worked out
is not in a good
perfectly.
spot.
It
Had
did.
none of it worked out that way, even just a little bit off,
Mhm.
we would be decimated.
Yeah, yeah.
Just a little bit off.
It's all too perfect.
Yeah.
What's another high school thing? All right.
It's amazing.
2% of high school sweethearts get married.
2%.
That's a pretty high number.
yeah.
Most of them don't last.
Oh, it's even
Were
lower
your
now.
parents middle school?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Wow, that is
That's got to be less than 1%.
yeah.
Willie Geist.
Willie Geist, high
What?
school sweethearts.
Well,
I think
2%
middle
is high
school.
school
Oh, middle school?
sweetheart.
Wow.
So you're
Yeah.
like, what, a little bit less?
This surprised me. Hang on, let me let them
Well, you said 2% of high school sweethearts. You go middle school. He goes, that's got to be less than 1%.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's quite a leap I took.
yeah.
Wow. Bold statement, I know.
the state with the highest graduation
Trying to
rate.
hang out.
Huh?
Hang on. Well, let's talk to you.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to talk. I'm sorry. All right. Yeah. Sorry. 2%. It's got to be less than one.
Just trying to hang out.
The gravity of this moment. I don't know if that was a joke. Or not.
That's all right.
The state
Sorry.
with the highest graduation rate, West Virginia.
Really?
Highest high school graduation.
Is that because that's as far as they go? Boom.
Tennessee second.
Maybe a lower age. Maybe
Oh,
they
Tennessee
graduate-
second?
Yeah.
maybe they graduate
Did you sort
early.
this chart the correct way?
I don't know. Search it and see if you find the same thing. Now I'm questioning myself. I was like, wow, that's interesting.
I like that.
Maybe in West Virginia, it's like if you drop out of school, you got to go to
Wow.
work.
West Virginia.
Number one.
That's
Whoa.
crazy.
Tennessee's 2.
It's number 48 in education, but number 1 in high school graduation
Hey,
rate.
we get it done.
Hey.
Well, look at Tennessee. We're 31. We get it done. We get out.
Tennessee, 27 in best states overall. I'll
We
take
get
that.
that.
Middle of the pack. We're not trying to stand out. We're not
Nope.
trying to
Nope.
fall back. We're trying to be in the middle. Wisconsin. I wonder why that does this just mean so how do you square the number 1 high school graduation rate but 48th in education?
I don't think they
They make
teach
it easy.
everything.
I think it's like if you drop
I don't
out,
think. Yeah.
you go work in a factory.
Yeah, yeah. And they probably don't have all the classes. So we just do some of them.
Yeah.
And then, the other ones that are
Uh-huh.
harder, like the number 1 ones, like,
Maybe it's less people.
yeah, they're talking about everything. And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, 91% high school graduation rate. That's so high.
Mm-hmm. That's nice. That's good. That's awesome for West Virginia.
Yeah, good for them, man.
Some of the
They
highest
get made
dropout
fun of a
rates,
lot.
California, New York, and New York.
Highest
Mm.
dropout rates?
They're two of the highest.
Whoa.
Wow.
So I looked up the top songs and movies from each of our graduation year. I think I sent those to you.
Okay.
Well, what's the best high school movie or your favorite high school movie?
I don't know.
Dazed
I
and
think
Confused.
I
a great
like
one.
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club, yeah. I like, I'll say that, and
Both are great though.
Dead Poet Society.
That's great.
With
Two
Friday-
very different high
Yeah,
schools.
would
that those are about.
Friday Night Lights be?
Friday Night Lights is a high school
Absolutely,
movie. Yeah,
absolutely.
for sure.
That's a good.
What if I told you the movie? I've never seen the TV show.
TV shows.
I haven't either.
Oh yeah,
I've
and
seen
so good.
Yeah,
A lot of the same
watch it.
actors are in it too. It's
Yeah.
kind of weird. My era, Super Bad, I think, is like the
Yeah,
best high school movie.
Mhm.
Holds up weirdly well. Like nothing ages creepy about it. Like some of these other
well,
other
other than
movies.
his drawing habit,
Well, yeah,
that was
yeah,
a little
yeah.
weird. But I like that movie too, though.
Okay,
But no, I just watched it recently,
I remember
and
that.
I was like, "Yes,
I'm talking about most of the stuff like him with the girl at the party and
it's
stuff.
very good though. It's a
Yeah.
very good movie."
Yeah.
Mhm.
So 1990, number 1 song on Billboard. Hold on by Wilson Phillips.
There
You guys
we
know
go.
that song?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Sing a
It's
little
from
bit.
Bridesmaids.
From Bridesmaids.
Sing a
I
little
mean, it's not
bit
from
of it.
Bridesmaids, but
But
at
it
the
was-
end of Bridesmaids.
They sing at the end of Bridesmaids.
Can you sing a little bit of it?
Oh.
No.
Hold on.
But hold on for one more day.
Hold on. Yeah.
I don't know it.
Wow.
Is
During Nate's graduation, it was Candle in
No,
the
yeah,
Wind.
Something sad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's because
Elton John.
yeah, because
Princess
Princess
Diana.
died.
That's a great song.
Yeah, it's a great song. Elton John, and then Jewel, and then Puff Daddy. And,
How's he
I'll Be
doing?
Missing You was a good one.
where's
though.
he at now?
You were. Oh, those are all hot songs.
Man, Puff Daddy's on there twice.
Unbreak
Puff Daddy
My
and R.
Heart.
Kelly. It was a tough time for you, Nate.
Where are they? Well,
Can't
we don't know
Nobody
what
Hold
they're
Me
doing
Down.
now.
Yeah, yeah.
What is
I believe I can. Oh, that was a hot year.
2000. Can you guys, the number 1 song?
2000.
2000? I don't care.
There's no way.
Faith Hill.
Green Day.
It's Faith Hill. Do you know the song?
Breathe.
Breathe.
Oh.
Breathe and Smooth
gotta-
by Santana.
Smooth
You gotta
is great.
breathe.
Oh, Santana had that. Yeah, that big album.
Oh, dude, Vertical Horizon. Haven't heard that name in a
2000. It
while.
seems like such a terrible
2010.
year.
My
what-
song,
I'm guessing Taylor Swift.
yeah.
TikTok
TikTok.
by Kesha.
Kesha, yeah.
Was that before TikTok got started?
Yes, that was
Wow.
before the app.
Ahead of her time?
I feel
Lady
like that-
Antebellum, number 2. She went
How
DCA.
about
I
that?
feel like that song
Yeah.
just came out.
What?
It's 15 years old.
What song?
Need You Now.
I
By
hate
Lady
that.
Antebellum.
I do hate that song though. That's
our
the one about,
song that we liked
I
that
hate
reminds me
song.
of my high school was we were for freshmen. We were ever forever. Freshmen.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
whatever that song was. That was
The Verve Pipe.
The Verve Pipe. Whenever I hear that song, it takes me back to my senior year.
I
in
feel
high
like
school.
Green Day, the graduation song
Yeah.
was of my
Goodwill
my
Hunting.
year I graduated.
Yeah. Titanic.
You
I
got
mean, Titanic
unbelievable
was
year in
huge.
movies for you, Nate. Goodwill Hunting, Titanic.
Life
I mean, it
is
drops off
Beautiful.
pretty good after that.
Yeah.
Men in
LA
I
Black.
remember
Confidential, I hear, is really
Men
good.
in Black. I would say Titanic was crazy.
It's about as
like
big
I remember.
as it can get.
Yeah, that was like people went to see that all the time. Like it was a whole big thing. So, all right.
I was going to say when Hollywood 27 opened here. Do you remember how
Yeah.
that was a big deal?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like the biggest theater
Mhm.
anywhere. And the
About 2000.
first movie, I think I went opening weekend.
Gladiator.
Was Goodwill
That's a big
Hunting.
one. Memento.
Wow.
Yeah, those are good.
Snatch, Requiem for a Dream, Castaway, X-Men, American Psycho.
Yeah,
Man,
life was
Who was
starting to get
this?
dark.
another
2000?
great year. 2000, another great year for
Yeah,
movies.
things are
Is
starting
that
to
when
get
you
dark,
graduated?
No, that's when he
Oh,
graduated.
graduated.
Yeah, I was 8.
Yeah.
though. Jeez.
You probably already watched all these movies.
Yeah,
You're like, oh, I remember watching Gladiator at 8
Frost
years old, and
Nixon.
me and my family talked about it, and then,
Frost Nixon.
yeah,
All the president's men.
yeah.
Didn't you say you bought your dad Frost Nixon or something?
I did. I bought my dad Frost Nixon the DVD for Christmas, and then like 4 years later, on our bookshelf, it still had the plastic on it. He told me he loved the movie.
That's a good dad, though.
Oh
That's
yeah,
a good
exactly.
dad.
I'm not watching
All
it.
right.
But yeah, appreciate it.
All right.
What was yours?
Oh, movie
Yeah.
2010. Oh, let's look real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. I know everybody's waiting.
We're-
Inception. Unbelievable movie.
Oh yeah.
I-
Saw
Toy
it
Story
7
3.
times in the theaters.
Are you serious?
Really?
Saw it 7 times because I watched it myself, and then other people wanted to watch it, and I wanted to watch it again, and then I kept watching it with different groups.
I'd never seen a
Man,
movie 7
y'all had
times.
y'all had money, right?
I mean, tickets were $10, so I had $70. Yeah. Yeah.
What else was on
I
there?
strung it
Some
together.
big money right there. Big money in high school.
I
You got
know.
$70
I'm saying
to go to the movies
This was
like that.
this was the summer after I graduated, so I had a job at this point.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's where it all went
Oh,
to
the social network.
movies.
Yeah.
$70.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fun.
Yeah.
Toy Story 3, Social Network. All right. All right. That's yeah. I don't even know. We can barely call this episode high school.
Yeah.
Well, we'll
yeah,
call it some
for sure.
weight
Call it-
loss and
We'll call it a lot of stuff. Gravity, weight loss,
Yeah.
and a dash of high school.
yeah.
Dash.
Yeah, this
All
will
right.
give me a chance to bring my yearbook in, show some stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll bring mine in too.
We can do
You bring
some
yours,
more-
Nate?
Yeah,
I
I'll bring
messaged
mine.
you guys, said bring anything.
I have you muted on
From
everything.
my
I forgot, though.
Yeah. I forgot. I don't have your number saved. And it's
All true. All
Yeah.
true.
yeah. All right. Well, I'll be at the DC Improv this week. Go to that Sunday show. Joey McCullough, Derek Stroop, Joe Zimmerman. They're doing Sunday, but we will be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm doing some clubs, tours announced, all that.
This Saturday, I am in Marietta, Georgia at the Honest Fox Comedy Fest.
All
We're
right.
doing 2 shows on Saturday. Then the following weekend, January 31st. If you're not watching Aaron's special, come to Stardome in Birmingham to see me there. And then I'm hitting all the big cities, Marion, Illinois, Quentin, Virginia, Winter Haven, Florida,
Yeah.
Cocoa, Florida, and just
What is it?
added Mars Hill, North Carolina.
What is it? Easier to drive to her?
Yeah.
It's still rolling.
Cocoa Beach is pretty far.
Quentin, Virginia.
Well, I'm not actually in Cocoa Beach. I'm just in Cocoa.
Not even the beach.
He's not going down to the beach.
I tried the beach.
He
but they're
goes-
like, no.
He goes, well, let's see how it goes in Cocoa. And if it goes good, we're going to let you come to the beach next time.
It's like going to Panama City, but not going to Panama City Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Tonight, January 22nd, I'm headlining Zanies here in town. If you're looking for a show tonight, the main room here at Zanies. Next weekend, I'm in Texas, and I just added this. I'm excited about it. Bloomington, Indiana, Comedy Attic.
Oh, yeah. Great.
Which I've heard
club.
nothing but good things
Great
about
club.
since I started.
Yep.
I got a weekend there. I'm a Fallout guy.
Good.
I'll take it. Valentine's Day weekend. Come see me in Bloomington. And watch the special.
Next Friday.
Watch the special next Friday.
Yeah.
Signature Dish on YouTube. Check it out.
Okay. This Friday, Evansville, Indiana. This Saturday, Indianapolis, Indiana. Next Friday, Red Bank, New Jersey. Next Saturday, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
All right.
All theaters, all hot shows.
Woo!
It's going to be great.
Amazing.
Pat
Boom.
McAfee's coming?
Well, I tweeted at him. I tried
Yeah.
to get him to come.
Oh,
Okay.
He ain't going to come, but
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe.
Where at? In Philly or Indy?
Indy.
Yeah. All right. We love you. Hope you have a great week. See you next week. Bye.
Go Irish.
Oh, yeah. Go Irish. Nateland is produced by Nateland Productions and by me, Nate Bargatze, and my wife Laura on the Audio Boom platform. Recording and editing for the show is done by Genovations Media. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to catch us next week on the Nateland Podcast.